what's her name? Pennywise.
Sandersil?
It is now.
Sandy.
Pennywise it
Sandy.
is.
Yeah. What are the odds they even are still here? Took us forever to get here. And then the dragons.
Yeah, it has been almost a month. There's only one way we're going to find out.
Fair enough. All this as we're trooping onward.
Where is this relative to the Well of Dragons?
Way
We're
north.
way north.
Way
Yeah.
north.
I
They have
don't
maps
know. I don't see any other reason for those dragons to be this way.
Like the distance we went south from Neverwinter to Waterdeep, it's like 4 times, maybe 3 times that far south from us to the Dragon Well.
Jesus.
Holy shit, really?
It's a long fucking way.
Banderhob.
Well, I certainly hope we haven't been chasing.
Yeah, so then those dragons came, they killed everybody in that cloud castle.
But we don't know that yet.
I don't
So,
know it, but it's a fair assumption.
did you guys all zoom
Agreed.
in on the Well of Dragons?
Yes.
My line was a little off.
No, yeah, that's right. Okay, my lines overwrote each other instead of extending each other. But yeah, basically top of the map to the bottom of the map, almost. Okay, so,
Well, that's soul sucking.
well, remember you teleported, like, much of this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can, at any point, we
Oh,
can
good.
teleport about half of the way instantly.
I'm going to take 3 minutes, discuss among yourselves, and be right back.
Sure.
Okay.
I do think we need to discuss what we're going to do if they are still there, though. I mean, they came to us for help. Specifically us. Which means that they at least like us a little bit, right?
They like us more than dragons.
It's hard to say.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go, I'm just saying we should be realistic.
Yeah.
I don't see any other reason for a horde of dragons that large to bother coming this far.
I'll tell you what I think. I think they're hitting the giants first.
You think so?
Well,
That does seem to be the case.
if
Well,
you're,
I mean, the Cloud Castle, if it never showed up with the rest of the goods, it's a good...
yeah.
That's a good call, or a good,
Well,
Not
I mean,
only that, but Glazeheel
about it.
died on the castle.
yeah,
That's
that's
true. They couldn't believe that it was the giants that did that.
Well, it was the giants that did that, for the most part.
Well,
Perhaps we'll find some answers when we get there.
Yeah, but
Aye.
if that one dragon's bad enough to hit a city, if that entire thing, that could wipe Waterdeep or Neverwinter, anything off the map. Even Mithril Hall would have a huge problem on their hands.
aye, that many dragons would be
I just got Thunder Tree back. They're not doing this again.
apocalyptic.
Yeah. So they're Rin, and Ollie just turns to Rin and he says, "About Blagothkus. I'll just put it this way. The motherfucker threw me one time. He picked
Yes.
me up and he threw me at a dragon.
It was
Who's
actually kind of
this?
funny.
Who?
He's the giant, the
The
cloud
one,
giant.
the one we're going to see, of course.
Yeah.
We're going to be.
He literally he picked me up and he threw me at a dragon.
So it's confirmed you're definitely a glutton for punishment.
Well, he did cast fly on me. He just didn't tell me that at the time. So, yeah, he's got a sense of humor, at least.
Well, let's
And
hope he has
Ollie's-
some survival skills as well.
Ollie's got this kind of it's like, I don't want to like this guy, but I know I'm also kind of amused that he did that too.
So our guess, Ren, is that after because they were using the castle to carry something gold for the dragons, and we convinced Blagovkis, the leader of those giants, to turn on their dragon, and we killed the dragon in the process.
Yeah, he had this kind of crazy idea that if he helped bring Tiamat into the world, that he could kill her and end Tiamat once and for all. And we tried to convince him that that was not a good idea. And well, here we are. Tiamat's here.
So apparently our little rebellion spread from good old Blaggy to the other giants, and the dragon said, fuck that, squished them. Both their meat hall and their castle, by the looks of it.
Well, it's quite a mess we've gotten into, but
Kai, are you there? I'm
Yeah.
curious. Do we know what direction that horde of dragons went, and did they stay together?
South-ish.
So towards civilization, then.
Is anybody else, their fantasy grounds going unresponsive like every 5 seconds?
No.
No.
Weird.
Do you need to log out and come back in?
Whoa.
I'm gonna try that, yeah.
Whoa, I'm getting a ton of...
Music, Kai.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
No worries.
Oh, sorry. No worries. What's up? Yeah.
Echo.
Now, Sandsill is another subject altogether. I mean, she's a vampire, which is a little disturbing, but she also has helped us in the past, so at the very least, she's an ally.
I don't remember.
Yes.
Did she help us, or did she just not eat us?
She
Susan,
set...
you hear any music?
I do not. She set up the meeting with us for Blagothkus.
Oh, that's right.
But on top of that, she also was the one that told us that she... I don't know if she is a current or was a former member of the Cult of the Dragon.
Helping them make
Dracolich.
She said she used to be.
Right. And she
there's
didn't.
that feedback
She
again.
did not like that they were. She did not like that they had turned away from making Dracoliches towards bringing Tiamat back.
Right.
And if we could do something about that echo, I would really appreciate it.
There is an echo? God damn it.
I don't mean to be rude, but it's like a speech jammer effect that I'm...
it really
The
does.
force
Yeah.
is suddenly very strong with Kaizen's voice.
Well, let's hope she turns out to be something that we can find useful.
Yeah.
I
Do we
have
know
an
what
idea.
makes her tick?
I'm gonna find out.
Blood. I think that's how vampires work. Or is that
I've got
not
an
what
idea.
you meant?
Oh, I have another idea.
There was truth to your statement.
How much do any of us know about vampires?
About what I just said. That's what I know.
All I know is they drink blood, and there's occasionally people that blood dolls that give themselves to a vampire.
I haven't had much experience, I must say. I can't think of ever having known one.
Okay, who's using headphones?
I am.
I am.
Move them away
Me.
from your ears.
Okay. I don't hear anything.
Okay,
The suspense is
alright,
killing
I'm sorry,
me.
I give up.
What are we giving up on?
Seems to be a real pain in the ass, man. I'm sorry.
I wanted to get the music working, but my last time with my old computer, I screwed something up, and I can't get the settings back to what they were.
It's okay.
Aw, shucks.
I'm sure if you take a little time when we're not all sitting here waiting on you, that you'd figure it out real quick.
Okay, sorry. So,
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that.
why am I?
No.
Oh, this is you. There we go. Okay, so we all know where we are. We all know where
Right.
we're going. Ollie was in the middle of saying something, wasn't he?
I was just saying we know about vampires.
Yeah, we're
Are you
all
really?
set out.
Are you sure?
We're trying to figure out what we know as a group about vampires. Who has what experience and who has what knowledge.
Okay, cool. As you were.
We're done talking. We're ready to proceed in our trip there. We were
So,
walking and talking.
there is, like, like it didn't just teleport to where it is. You can see signs of kind of cracked and shattered ice as it came down. It looks like it kind of hit the top of the cliff that's there a little bit, and then there's a mid-range where nothing got touched, and then it looks like it kind of came down, hit the bottom, kind of what you guys are walking on, and then kind of bounced back over, and then there was like a avalanche kind of thing that's kind of half buried. What you remember about the air castle in the side of this mountain now, and it is all eerily quiet. Just the crunch of your boots and your weapons as you walk along.
Just from here, just a cursory glance, does it look mostly intact, or is it just in shambles?
I mean, the building seems mostly intact. You kind of remember that there was like a magic to the walls that kind of all held it together, and you don't see the clouds around it. It's kind of yeah, it does actually look lonely. It's very detailed. When before it was kind of like gauzy and behind the clouds a little bit, but now it's just like this unnatural buildings just kind of out of the snowfall.
Do you guys think there's any chance that thing will fly again?
That would be really cool.
I don't know much about the magic that supported it in the first place.
Do me a favor and keep an eye out, Ollie. If you can figure that out, it'd be a huge boon to the war effort.
Aye, if anyone will figure it out, it'll be your diligent little ass.
Ollie grins. Okay, let's go.
All right, say prayers to your gods, my friends. Here we go.
Ollie takes the little amulet of time wear out of his jacket and kisses it and puts it back.
Right on.
Okay. How close do you approach?
All the way.
Yeah, I'm keeping a
Look
sharp
for a
eye
way
out
in.
for movement, but trying to make as little noise as possible.
Yeah, I guess we should stealth.
If memory
Somebody
serves,
give me a stealth roll.
there were multiple ways in, weren't there?
Yeah, I'm not really worried about a way
Ooh,
in
12.
this time, but we'll see. Not bad
Nice,
at all.
find.
Not bad at all.
Damn, Kemmler, making all the noise.
Yep.
Kemmler's got this, he's used to kind of this, this colder spine of the world area from Mithril Hall and everything. So he's just started kind of humming to himself as he walks along. So you make it to the edge of the. What is this alligator?
I was wondering that too. Can I get the map again? I lost it when I logged out. Please. Thank you, Sai.
So you get there to the edge. You guys have any climbing gear or anything?
Good.
I've got a rope and some grappling hook. That's about
I've got pitons.
I've got levitate.
Gwen's like, fuck you guys. And she just goes to the top. So let's do a skill challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got pitons and rope and...
Everybody tell me what you're doing to help yourselves get on board this castle.
I float up 20 feet. I can only float 20 feet at a time.
I will take a baton in each hand and just like like ice climbing, just start going up the wall and tying rope around the rocks as I go so they can climb up behind me. The dwarf and the halfling.
I'm gonna attach the grappling hook to my silk rope and try and throw it up somewhere and get a hold of a steady place and pull myself up that way, and use the immovable rod to kind of hold myself in place till I can do it again, I guess.
Okay.
Give me a
Kemler?
moment. Give me a moment.
Sure. Saf, give me an Arcana check. Hind, give me a Strength check. Ollie, give me a Dexterity check. And feel free to use a skill that matches up with that.
Would acrobatics be acceptable?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I see what you mean. So like athletics for me.
Is there any
It's
large
fine.
rocks or boulders?
What? Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me? 32?
What the hell?
Jesus Christ.
I thought I was good.
Ollie has expertise in acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I cast Animate Object, and I animate a boulder. And I jump on top of the boulder, and it flies me up to the top of the
No
castle.
fucking way. It can do
Brilliant.
that? What the
It can.
shit? That's crazy. So I'm like, here guys, I'll set up a rope ladder for you. And I'm climbing up, and just Ollie just does backflips all the way up the wall, and Kemler just sits down cross-legged, and just
Cheater.
floats up on the boulder. And Saf just floats past me, shaking her head at me. I'm like, don't worry guys, I got this.
The sad part is I could have brought you all up on my rocks.
Seriously, that's...
I could have got you off on my rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, you could.
Oh boy.
There's still time. Ooh.
So I can see that, so Kemler and Saf, just get up there, and they're just kind of like silently standing up on the hill, the big boulders kind of floating there, and they're both kind of looking down, and Ollie's like, concentrating on the little, grappling hook thing, and he's just kind of spinning it around, and then he, like, without even looking, he just kind of like tosses it up, and it wraps itself around the boulder, and then he like does this parkour jumping back and forth thing, meanwhile Hind is just like, one hand at a time, just like sticking these things into the wall, and he's got them in his teeth, and he's pulling them out of his belt and everything like that, and he gets about halfway up, and everyone else is like, started getting bored, and they're like, dropping rocks down on his head and stuff, and
Clang, 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 clang.
Yeah. He's like, it's starting to hail down here, guys.
It's falling over. It's caving in.
But yeah, so with just for kicks, Kemler, give me a wisdom or religion check.
A religion check?
Yeah, unless you're better at Arcana, since you're using magic. Is that 12 again?
There's that 12.
Yeah, so you guys, easily make it on board. It is even quieter, if that could be, on board the castle than it was before.
Once I stop climbing, you mean?
Yeah.
So now we're on the wall, or are we like in the castle?
There's enough of an angle that walking is disturbing but not difficult. So everything's kind of like a 30-degree angle down or whatever like that.
Okay.
Going down towards the. Do you guys remember what it looked like? Let me bring the map up.
I have a vague recollection.
I do too, but yeah, a map would be handy, especially for Saf.
This is very eerie.
Oh, just wait.
Aye.
At least
First
this
time
way
we
we
met
all know.
the first time we met Sandesil, she was fog.
She ate a giant.
It's as silent as the dead.
Was it a giant? No, it was
Yeah,
what
it was
it?
an ogre.
Ogre. She fucking ate an ogre. Like with a
Oh.
bendy straw.
Oh. Don't want on her bad side.
So we're
It's
in the
my-
courtyard?
I've got some ideas to
Past the
keep us on
wall?
her good side.
Okay, so yeah, do the smaller of the two. Yeah.
Oops.
So,
Can I get that one back?
I show everyone looking at the one. It just says side view, but that's all there is, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Get the other one, it's the whole thing. So yeah, so this is basically it. So the you guys would have climbed in about here. That's big. So this part here that Ollie's standing on, this is kind of like jutting straight out and up. And then basically,
So the whole thing shifted 30 degrees clockwise from what we're looking at, basically. Obviously, that was out of character.
Hind and I don't sound anything
That's-
alike.
Jesus. So yeah, so this is basically what you can see. This curve here, from about here to about there. That's kind of what is exposed.
Kai,
Does that make sense?
know what you've drawn on the map?
He
Yes,
knows.
I know
He knows
exactly
exactly
what-
what he's
Okay,
drawing.
I want to be sure that you know. Okay.
I just want to make sure you know what you've exposed.
Ah!
It's better, thank you.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't see it.
So yeah, let's.
Even after you mentioned it, I was like turning my head sideways. I don't see it.
It was very phallic.
Deformed and curvy. Phallic.
So
You know what?
there
You
go.
really
That's
can't
kinda where
judge
you are
that. I
there.
mean,
No.
man's dealt what a man's dealt, man.
Indeed.
Man's dealt,
Okay.
man.
So are we at the base of this tower here? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, kind of basically. There's a big old courtyard that's in there too.
And was the Blaggy room at the top of this-ish tower-ish?
That little tower there, that's kind of submerged in the mountain.
Was
Do you
this
think it would
one
be in
The,
there?
where
which one? The
Blaggy
top,
was?
the one closest is in the tower, or
This little notch, where you see a little bit of the tower there.
To the right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where
Okay.
the thing was.
That's where
and we
Blaggy
said this
was?
is just tilted upwards. So like those two towers that are to the left, the two flat-topped ones with the what do you call it? The
Battlements.
what do you
The
call
ones
it?
off to the left, those are hanging straight up in the air.
Crenellations, that's what those are called.
I was thinking of battlements, but
They're the same thing,
Well-
really.
they're the same. Good to know. I
Do
like
we
learning
wanna-
new words.
Do we want to go to that central tower first, or
Let's go where Blaggy was. That's why we're here.
all right?
So that is kind of the snow cover. Everything to the right is all covered in snow.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay.
Okay. I say those.
It's more
two-
apt to say buried, right?
Yes, what did I say?
Covered.
Covered.
Yes, buried. Buried indeed.
I say those two tall central towers is where we should be going first.
Works for me.
Does there appear to be any other way to get into the castle?
I say we go as deep inside as we can get.
I agree.
Oh my god. She just wants to go deep.
Isn't that what they all want?
I think so. So,
I mean, nobody goes, oh, go shallower.
That is not true.
Oh, well.
Yep.
There is
Yep.
such thing as too deep. I'm sorry, but there is.
Uh-huh. Yep. Maybe. Maybe. Bingo!
I'm sorry, I got us off track. Not sorry, but sorry.
I missed
so
something
where
there.
do you go to?
We're headed for the towers. Or
Yeah,
any way we
those-
can
those
see to
t-
burrow deeper down in to get to the
Yeah.
bigger tower. Like,
I'm
do
saying
any
those
of
two
the...
central ones.
Yeah,
if we can
like,
get to 'em.
I want to keep an eye out for anywhere where the castle's hallways and stuff lead as burrows deep into the snow.
Right. Is there any evidence of like battle in the courtyard? Any like?
Good
As a matter
question.
of fact, there is. There's no bodies, but there's all sorts of lightning damage and corrosive damage and fire damage and all that kind of stuff. Basically,
What we would
everywhere.
recognize as dragon damage, then.
Similar
Basically,
to
yeah.
what we saw at the big
Dragon
hall.
damage.
Looking around,
Yeah,
is there
that-
anything... I'm so sorry. I
The
didn't
meat
mean to
hall
interrupt.
seemed to be more kind of visceral and personal. This seems to be just sort of like a blanket of damage. Sorry, what were you going to say, Ren?
No, Saf. Is it looking around? Do we see anything that would suggest anyone had survived, or signs of life, or anything that would be just give any sort of inkling that there could have been or could be survivors here?
Give me a perception check.
Oh!
We need someone else's perception. Wow.
Bam!
I'm like, I got a
Natural
plus
20.
one. This isn't going to go well. Good stuff.
You don't see anything,
Ah.
but you are very, very anxious, and you're not sure why.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
Meanwhile, Heinz on the verge of just yelling out, "Look off, Chris!"
When you say that, Ren, you are angry, and you turn towards Hein, ready for a fight.
What's the matter with you? Are you always blathering about? Can't you ever just shut your mouth?
Actually,
Holly
it's
just
harder
turns
than
to
you would think.
She takes 2 steps toward him.
Well-
Her head is down, and her gaze is piercing through him.
I walk forward.
She's bringing
and
her arm up
my
as if she's
shield-
about to call her shadow's breath.
My shield is up. I stand between the two of them. Whoa, Ren, calm down, calm down.
Ollie just puts a
calm
hand.
down.
Sorry.
Do you know the best way to get someone riled up? To tell them to fucking calm down.
That
Ollie-
may be true, but what is wrong?
The thing you feel most strongly right now, Ren, is that Hind is way smaller than he should have been. Like, you didn't expect him to be that short.
Now, when you say that, is that you being vague,
What-
or am I smaller than I should be, or is she bigger? Like, what do I see?
Everybody, from Hind's point of view, everybody is the same. Ren has a fleeting afterthought that when she turned to confront Hind should have been larger, and you're a little confused as to why he's so very small.
So she draws her shadow's breath and brings out her sword
Whoa, 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 hang on.
and her hand and
Seriously,
blade.
what the hell?
And she puts both hands on it and she rears back.
Does she
I
look
believe
like
that,
she's
I believe
gonna...
him to be an imposter. Look at him. He's half the size he normally is. Who are you really?
What?
I turn.
Answer the question.
I look at Hind.
I
I look
shrug.
back.
My
What
eyes are huge.
do you mean he's half his size?
Are you blind? Look at him.
I just did. He looks like Hind.
Who are you really?
I'm gonna take a look around. I feel like this isn't her doing this.
So Hind, you and when she talks to you, you feel sad. You hear her voice, and it kind of like echoes in your head, and you just have this incredible sense of like loss, and that you let her down somehow, even though it was so long ago.
You're
And
gonna
Ollie,
make me cry.
I know, right?
Ollie, you feel like you should be doing more. That you've seen yourself in this situation before, but that you have a responsibility that you're not fulfilling, and the castle being in the state it's in is it's not causing you physical pain, but it's just it's draining your will, and you being like this is bothering you.
It's my fault that it's like this. Right? I could have done something to prevent this.
It's not so much that it's your fault, it's that you should be able to get out of this situation and you can't.
Okay.
Just walk towards Ren with my hands out. I'm sorry. I've said I was sorry.
Show yourself, you coward. Who are you really?
What is going on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is going on?
We need to get this.
Right?
We need to get this castle out of here, though. This. I don't
Have
know.
you nothing to say?
I don't know.
You won't
right.
reveal yourself.
Hind is his normal size. What is wrong with you?
Why are you being foolish? Look at him.
No, you're being foolish. Calm down.
Choose your words carefully.
Hind is starting to blubber. I can't go back and fix it.
Look at him. Something is wrong with him, too. Pay attention. Use your senses and your wits. Focus.
When he says that, I stop to question my behavior, my thoughts, my actions,
Hind doesn't.
and
He's
contemplate
plummeting.
what he's trying to say. Because I have this thought toward Hind, but I know Kimmler to be trustworthy and like just very solid.
I look at
and I
her,
trust him.
like, pause, and I believe that, hope that to be good enough, and I turn to Hind, and I just grab him. Hind, snap out of it! You're okay! Everything is fine! What is wrong with you?
I don't understand.
I don't put my sword down at all. I stay in my position, but I am considering what Kimmler is saying.
Ollie's wandering off and look for some kind of, I don't know, control room or whatever. He's completely just leaving him behind.
Shit. I just kind of, like, smack Hind. You never understand anything! It's okay, Hind! Get yourself together!
I couldn't save them.
What? You can't save everybody, Hind! Come on!
Okay, Ollie, what do you guys said you're going into the tower, right?
If I can find a way in, yeah.
I mean, it's at an angle, and it's curved, so and it's icy. So give me an acrobatics check to see if you can get to one of those windows.
Jesus.
With an 8. So you guys, kind of Kimmler's trying to calm down whatever the hell's going on. And you finally all kind of like the feeling seems to pass a little bit. You still got a little after effects. Kimmler is confused as to what his friends had just been doing. They were acting a little weird and kind of saying things that were weird. Ren, you have an anger, but then also a longing for someone. You thought it was Hind, but now Hind is your friend, and you know that you're just left with that kind of that hollow feeling, like someone is missing. And then Hind, you have just like a general sense of regret and sadness, but then also just a little bit of panic because you want to find her again.
Do I see him normal again?
Yeah. Like, he always looked exactly like Hind. It's just Hind was not who you expected to see in hindsight. Let's see what I did.
I don't understand. Wish I had understood that better. I still don't quite understand what I was seeing or feeling, but that's okay. I
You-
take my sword. I look confused and try to like clear my head as if it's foggy. Trying to process my feelings, and I take my sword. I don't put it away, but I lower it. And I'm only holding it in one hand.
Are you trying to portray that, like, he remembered him as being weaker and smaller of stature, and so when she saw him, it was kind of surprising because she didn't remember him being so present?
So as time passes, I mean, just like minutes here, Ren has. You would be able to explain this. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well because this is all whatever. So Ren heard a name, turned around expecting to see someone, and then as Callers explains things and she kind of looks around, she realizes it wasn't Ren who was expecting to see someone. It was someone else, and it was like an emotional aftershock of that, expecting to see someone, that kind of caused her to snap a little bit. Does that help?
Clear
at
as
all?
mud.
It's getting less clear. I'm sorry. I'm really trying.
Okay. Everybody give me a insight check.
Fuck.
Seriously?
He's human. Know it.
Good lord.
That guy over there.
Ollie's like, everyone shut the fuck up. I'm almost to this hole. Let's get in the tower.
That's definitely what Ollie's thinking right now.
He ain't human, that one.
What are you saying? All Hicks lack insight?
I turn around
Uh-huh.
and I look at him still bickering, and I just roll my eyes and I slip through the window.
Okay. You are inside, and you guys see Ollie disappear into a window.
Being that I am a hick at heart, I would know.
Insight must be one of them chromosome things I'm short on.
Of course, it's inside. It's right. I'm sighting him right there.
Would it? I'm gonna take my grappling hook and the rope and try and hook it onto the window and throw the rope out the window so they can catch up when they want to, and just go from there.
I'll stand
You
up
do
and
exactly
like
that.
do the sniffling face wipe with the back of my hand. We gotta catch up to the little man.
You turn, and a rope hits you in the face.
Ow!
Should I roll damage? No, kidding.
No.
Oh, of course. And she goes over to the rope, and then she just floats up.
I'll look at Kemmler. Not really sure what's going on, but we gotta keep moving.
Something publicly.
Good. Okay, cool. Alright, so you guys all get into the tower. You are now inside the castle. Everything's a little bit weird. I mean, it's almost kind of, 30, 45 degrees here, but you seem to be able to go down the stairs, or across the stairs, as it were, and then get into the somewhat... Sorry, hold on. We're giving Saf some time to laugh like a 12-year-old girl.
Well, he made it vibrate. Sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
Yeah, so you guys are inside, including the base of the tower, and it appears to be covered in snow. Bless you.
Thank you.
Are we right there where I just put
Yep.
Ollie? Okay, so we're beneath the mound of snow outside then.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Can we still see?
I don't know. Can you see?
I mean, you guys have torches and
Yeah,
light spells and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll take out a torch and light it.
But
I hold out
outside
my hammer and I make it glow.
There you go. See,
Pull out my wand. Oh wait, I don't have one. I have a wand.
you do have a wand.
I do.
I
I'm gonna
use
make
my
that
wand.
glow.
Not
Wait,
having.
do I have a wand? I think I have a wand.
I haven't pulled that wand out in forever. I'm gonna pull out my wand and make it glow.
Lumos, bitch. I'm
Was
not
there-
What
saying
he
you're-
said.
I'm saying like you. That's how. Never mind.
that
Is
a
there
different
any
That's
thing?
not
sign-
offensive. Yes.
Sorry. Is there any sign
He's
that
talking wizard.
anyone has been moving through this area like recently, or is this
No,
okay?
the snow here outside the door seems to be untouched.
Okay, I'm gonna rather than going up the tower, I'm gonna just see if we can go deeper into the building this way instead of up.
Deeper, Kason.
Absolutely.
Hang on,
So
quick
the
question.
base there is all covered in snow. Yes.
Before anything happens, the fight with the Cloud Giant and the orcs was before the hole we dug in the ground for a camp and the clouds coming in, right?
Yes.
So did we get a long rest in that cave, or at least a short rest?
I know we took an
I
accidental
don't
short
think
rest
we
somewhere.
did.
We weren't supposed to, and we did anyway.
I think the orc fight was the end of that session, wasn't it?
There
Mm,
is a small cave in, and Hydra takes 30 points of damage.
wow.
Oh, what? No.
Teach you to ask questions.
Oh, damn it. Because, like, even if we had only been in that cave for an hour, I would have all of my things back. And other people would be regenerated, too.
There is a short rest. You may spend hit dice as wanted.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
While they're doing that, for the short rest, I'll do the Song of Rest too.
All right, on.
So let's see.
Hold on.
What song exactly?
Oh god,
Wait, that was your one.
I don't
You
know.
roll?
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. I don't know. God.
Oh.
Wow! What the fuck?
2, 3, 1, 1.
So
Finally.
at the creature regains 1d6 extra hit points at the end of a rest with Song of Rest.
It goes up as your bard level goes up.
Yep. At level 9, I'm not to level 9 with Bard though.
Okay. I made up a Song of Rest song. You don't remember it?
I want to hear it.
I remember you doing it. I don't remember the words.
It
Why don't
is
you
the
sing that?
Song
I
of
will be right
Rest.
back.
It really is no jest, because it is the best. It is the Song of Rest.
There you go.
Aww. We'll be taking a brief intermission.
Sure.
Kai has stepped away from the computer.
We'll be back after these messages.
Now you sing it.
I already did.
The
You
intermission song.
don't know the rest.
There will be a test.
Man, you guys are pests.
Come on, you know they're the best.
This is a shit fest.
Oh, man. Not as bad
Tell
as
me
incest.
you jest.
Oh, Jesus.
At least we don't have a guest.
Wow.
I don't know about you, but I think it adds a lot of zest.
Keep up and stay abreast.
Aww. I don't have anything.
Could always
Two-
use vest. We haven't used vest yet.
To the dragon's nest.
Which way is that? West?
What about quest? So you could use
Quest.
vest or quest or.
It's in a quest.
Shut up at my behest.
Hey, there you go.
Aw,
There you go.
I like that one.
I like your. Oh.
Unfortunately, it does not rhyme with rest.
And so we must molest.
Wait, did you say molest?
I
There was
did.
6 and what?
I said incest earlier. Nobody questioned me
I
on that
know.
one.
You know, whatever you're into.
I feel like I can get away with molest after that.
But incest can be
I
consensual.
feel like I can molest someone now.
I done fucked my sister, so it's okay.
This isn't a contest.
It is now.
Oh, fuck, that's good stuff.
At least incest can be consensual. Oh my
Wow.
god. That's good.
What's not good is that I've given my son the link to this to listen to this. I sincerely
Oh, boy.
hope he does not.
Awesome.
He's gonna have to magically lose that.
Link to what? To my YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, badass.
When he's not all about World War II, sometimes he enjoys D&D.
How old is he to already be obsessed with
World War II?
Yeah, isn't that
Well,
like
he's also obsessed with World War One, but he is 14.
Jeez, that's not supposed to hit till you're like 50. Somewhere between
Right?
motorcycles and
He is-
convertibles.
Seriously, he was born an old man. Not
He
even
ran a-
kidding.
He ran a one-shot for me and Kai, and Saf, did you play in it?
I think so. We were all gnomes.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, and I
It
think
was-
Dixon was there too.
Yeah, it was great. It was hilarious. He wrote the whole thing himself, and it was wonderful. It really was.
Badass.
That was a couple years ago. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's Kazan brought it up when we were looking at my YouTube channel. It's officially a year as of the last couple of days since our first D&D session as a group. Me, Drax, Kai, Kazan.
Aw, congratulations, guys.
It's pretty
Right on.
sweet.
I can't believe it's been that long.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Fucking flew by.
And for our characters, it's like 6.5 months now. So
Wow. Very nice.
Is Mr. Kai returned?
No, sir.
Oh.
Well, I suppose I should take this opportunity. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
All right.
since it's becoming a popular thing, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I should probably do it.
Right. Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm back.
All right, you're the only one.
All right. I was already thinking I was going to volley. He's like, yeah, we can get this thing back in the air. And now Kai said what he said, and I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. That's Ollie's outlook right now is getting this thing back in the air.
He would say that.
It would appear Kai has been kidnapped by ogres.
Oh dear.
Don't worry, he always beats them in the end.
Well, I can hope so.
Have you been having any fun in Star Citizen?
I haven't been in a couple of weeks. I joined Kai and some of the ADI guys for
It's just
a couple of sessions, and I had some fun.
That was awful.
There's still enough bugs in it that I'm like, I'm just gonna wait a while. Like, you bring up the little
What is
Moby
this
Glass
video?
thing,
I
the
don't
little computer screen, and you'll push the button to bring it up, and it'll bring it up, and it'll go down, and it'll bring it up again, it'll go down again. It's like, that's not helpful.
It gets crazy, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't have the patience for that either.
I'm gonna wait and give it another maybe another patch or two before I.
It's funny because Kai is not very patient, but yeah, he puts up with it.
Yeah. I enjoy it. I mean, what's playable now is good. It's just I want some of the bugs to be
Crushed
fixed
by a
before I
6-foot
really
water
dive into
balloon.
it again.
Well, Kai has decided
You look
to
like
treat
something- you look
his
like a Mr.
chips
Man.
like he does his dice.
Which one of the Mr. Men was a red circle?
If you were to go to Kai's house and dig out all of his,
It's so
dice.
big now.
The thing is, I can't even readjust it. Like,
he literally would have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of D&D
like
dice.
twisted.
Oh, I believe it. Every time he's running around, he's got a new. There's like a Kickstarter for dice, or this company's got a really cool set of dice or something that he's talking about.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
There's
that's it.
and some of them are really nice looking
Right, you're
dice.
ditching him.
And now he's decided to start collecting $100 ships.
Taken out by a balloon.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Conversation.
From me.
Neither can he, but yet he does. But I mean, it is what it is. I can't really
Oh, yeah.
can't fault him for it if it makes him happy. But
I'm
hope it pays off.
I'm sitting on 2 ships right now, and every time a new one comes out, I'm like, oh, that's cool. No,
Yeah.
no.
Just for your own
I
safety.
used to have like 10 or 11 ships. Now I'm down to 5 or 6. He has the rest. Not that I mind. I'd give him all my ships if he wanted them.
Who's back?
I'm done. Do that.
Back.
My leg
Marco.
is going to come off in a minute.
Polo.
Hello.
Okay.
Right, show me how you want me to do it. Right here?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
One time when we were at DragonCon, I bought 20-sided die earrings. It was awesome.
Awesome. I would
That
I
does
would
sound
love to
badass.
go to one of those someday, whether it was Dragon Con or Con or something. But
Yeah, we had fun.
I don't know if I would have it in me.
It was a lot of fun. I think it was a little hard on Kai. It was a ton of walking.
Yeah,
But
everything
it
I've
was a lot
ever
of fun.
everything I've ever heard about any kind of con like that is just it's a ton of walking, and it's a lot more money than you thought it would be. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I've heard.
I don't know, and I'm not. My biggest concern was the crowds because I'm not too keen on being in a crowd of people. It's just never been my thing.
Yeah.
But and most that could be said about almost all of our group. You know, we were one of the largest groups there facing ADI,
Oh, really?
and we all had matching shirts. There were like 20 of us, and we were a presence.
Wow.
But
It went like,
the crowd was not so bad because it's like there was hundreds of thousands of people, but all of them were like me. They didn't like crowds either. It was nice. It was like you were in a crowd, but it was people that you.
It gave
It
you
wasn't.
jelly legs.
It wasn't like a normal crowd
The kind of
because it was
people
your
that
crowd.
yeah, the kind of people that you want to be in a crowd with.
And girl.
You almost lost.
That's all right. Welcome back.
Cool. Is Drax back? Or is Drax never
I've
left?
never left.
Are you
So sorry,
He
guys.
never left.
are you good to go, Kai? Or
Don't
Yeah,
apologize.
No, yeah, I am.
Remember that positivity thing I posted forever ago? It's thank you for waiting, not sorry it took so long.
yeah.
And so
While you were gone, I was telling them about all of your bad habits, like collecting die and Star Citizenships.
Jesus, they're both equally expensive.
it sounds like
I
the
would
Star
love-
Citizen is catching up.
I would love to get some really nice dice someday.
I don't know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying
Nice.
his dice is probably he spent more on dice than he has on
Like,
ADI ships.
I've got a thing for meteorites. I've got like probably a
Oh,
dozen.
that shit's super expensive.
Yeah, I've got like a dozen just meteorites from different sites that I ordered online. I would
Badass.
love to have a meteorite D20.
That would be really cool.
Okay.
So I have a question about as we finish our short rest here. Am I still feeling this? I can do more. I can fix this. I just need it.
Seems to have faded away as soon as you
Okay.
got inside.
For all of us?
Yep. I mean, Kemmler doesn't have any kind of fading feelings, but the rest of you guys, it's all.
I kind of imagine that there was a little bit of that in Ollie before that. Anyway, it's like
That's
I can
how
get
I
that
was
thing.
feeling too.
I want to get this thing back in the air, and I think there's still, even after the sensation has worn off, there's still the original feeling of it in him.
Hind awkwardly taps Ren on the shoulder. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't explain it, but we're fine.
I can't either.
Ren has a quick moment. Hold on.
I have a quick moment.
Pardon me while I have a moment.
All right.
I want to sneak down the hallway or down the stairs.
I need to backtrack for a moment
Oh.
before we keep going.
I'm sorry.
So when he puts his hand on me, on my shoulder,
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sorry. I tap you on the shoulder.
so when he does, I just for a moment I kind of like just close my eyes and draw in, and I kind of sink into it a little and just stop and just almost like I'm savoring the touch for just a second. And then I kind of just snap back out of it and say what I said.
Yeah, he kind of stabilizes you a little bit. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oops. Pretend that was in a different voice.
I'm fine. Oops.
Add the.
Are you sure
Add
you
the
don't
accent
need
to that.
any help or anything?
I'm sure I don't need help. Thank you.
Of course.
Pats you on the shoulder. All right, let's get this done and get out of here. This is dangerous.
Yeah, everybody turns around and Ollie's sneaking down the hallway.
So there's no hallway.
Ollie!
It's just full
Oh.
of snow.
Is there a way up or down, like stairs?
I mean, you could go up the tower, which is kind of across the landscape.
Right.
But at the base of the tower, both directions out, it's just packed with snow.
So is the only way up?
I mean, maybe.
All right, I'm gonna start going up the stairs then.
Yep, following behind.
I think.
Ren
Yeah, well, I'll
looks at
follow.
the snow, at the packed snow for a moment, and just kind of ponders it, and kind of you see her just standing there,
I'll be last.
kind of just
Damn.
thinking.
Ollie, you don't even remember coming here with Ollie.
Ren,
I
come on, we're going.
wondered, what if I melted the snow?
What do you mean?
What if I lit it on fire and it melted?
You mean, what would we find beneath?
All the packed snow, we can't get through the corridor.
Well, we're not.
Generally, when white dragons breathe their breath, it generally generates ice.
So this is
Yes.
clearly so this is the snow that you're seeing at the base of this cliff is clearly like avalanche snow. Like the exit to this tower into the courtyard that you guys were originally walking on has been blocked by snow.
Does it look like the dragons dug some of this out?
No, this is clearly like this thing crash landed and then half of it got covered by avalanche.
Okay.
And that's kind of what's between you and the tower. So like all the black squiggly areas here. Actually, hold on. So all the black squiggly things is under avalanche snow. So you've climbed up the little tower here, into one of these windows, down the tower, underneath the level of the snow, and then now you could be at this red dotted courtyard, but there's snow blocking it on both sides. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
And
I
our
have
only
no
way forward
incantation.
is into the snow.
That can produce heat. I can't melt it.
I can't melt that much snow.
Are you sure?
I'll start loading up fire charges on my shield, but I don't think it's going to do much good.
I mean, if I were to cast Wall of Fire, I couldn't cast it in an area I can't see, right?
I mean, if you come up with a unique way of using it, we can see what happens.
Like start it at the point at your feet and send it forward.
Let me see how the spell works.
You could also look for places where maybe the snowpack isn't as packed as other places, and you could maybe like bounce it off of ice walls and into places. I don't know.
True. I don't know. The wording is that I create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. I don't think I can extend that into things.
I think you might be able to.
Think so? And is the path... do we remember the path being straight to where we're going?
I don't know, do you?
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember the path.
Roll for remembrance.
Give me a intelligence check.
Roll for recollection.
Yeah.
Come on, natural 20!
Damn, yeah. You are
Badass.
convinced that if you could make enough space that you would be able to, like, push the wall of fire through this, and you're pretty sure you're at the same level you want to be at.
And would it be... Is the access to Blagothkus's room, his throne or whatever, 60 feet?
No, but if you come up with a convincingly cool way of using this, you can use it.
Alright,
Like, I imagine
then,
you using Wall of Fire as like a, what is it, the fucking truck with the plow on the front of it or something like that.
my thought is... I remember the pathway through which it goes to Blagothkus's throne room or whatever, and I create my wall of fire through the hallways as far as I can, 60 feet.
Like tracing a line in a maze.
Right.
That little itty bitty
So-
dot. Tiny itty bitty little ollie.
So what's what here?
Oh, good lord, is that him? It is, wow.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even
this
see
is-
it first.
This is the upper area of the courtyard, right?
Yeah,
So you guys are in there. So,
And we're trying to get back there, right?
correct.
And we would remember this, at least Kemmler does, clearly. Well, burn us a
Like it
path,
was
man.
yesterday.
Do the best you can.
Okay, so no. In that case, if I remember this path, then no way are we gonna be able to get there this way.
I have a question.
We're gonna
Do we
have to tunnel like crazy because this is open, and we'll get through this pathway, and then we'll have to tunnel through that too because it's all under snow. Because if the avalanche covered this,
The flame only extends 60 feet.
right,
But
which
how
won't
much
even get us
further
out
would
into
it
the
start
courtyard.
melting? But it's going to melt. I mean, the snow won't melt just where the fire is. It will melt out, but I don't know how much.
Not
But it
that
will
much.
melt out some.
So,
Right.
I guess it depends on how packed it is.
I have an idea. Assume that Hind is explaining it in his words, but I'm going to use mine. What if, using the side view map here, if we're all looking at the same thing, what if we were to get back up onto the surface of the snow, walk over, because, you know, that's flat horizontal snow, and then just blast downward to the tower? We don't have to cut through all of the snow underneath.
That's true.
So Hind just says, why don't we just go at it from the top down?
Oh, I love you.
I have a question. Do we know where Sandistill's quarters were? Like what tower or where in the castle she claimed her residence in? Like, was it this tower that we're going up right now, or was it another one, or somewhere else in the castle?
I don't wish to complicate, but I should tell you that I can teleport anywhere I wish up to 500 feet.
You are just a never-ending box of mysteries, aren't you?
I can only do it once.
Once ever?
No.
Wow, hi.
I'll be too.
I don't
too
know how
tired
this
to do
shit
it again.
works. I mean, you clearly get your powers from Moradin.
From what?
I don't know, he just is magical, but how do you do this shit, Saf? Ren?
Well, that's a story for another day.
Yes. Yes,
Where's
it
the
is.
third tower?
That's a good question.
I thought this was a
I
tower.
don't know, but if
this
there's
was a
if
tower.
there's twin towers, they
This
aren't
was a
there
tower.
anymore.
And this was a tower.
So this was clearly before 2001.
Wow.
Wow, that's wow. No, there's
Wow.
3
That was
towers
awesome.
on the side view.
Sorry.
There's only 2 here.
No, there's 3. Look at the lines I drew. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That
Yeah,
literally
but
took me a minute to
off
figure
to
out.
the left is the 4th one. That's the very front wall here.
Oh, well, maybe this cavern is the tower then?
Yeah, you don't know that's there.
Right.
No, actually, yeah. So, oh, look at that numbers. Yeah. So I don't know what 4 would be.
How would you even
Okay,
get
so-
to that hole? Like,
I think you go in through here like an entrance to an igloo. Kind of.
This icy cyst has no obvious means of entry or egress.
Icy cyst? Did I hear that right?
that's what he
did.
said.
I've never heard that
Oh,
word used in that
shit,
way.
Actually.
I'm thinking of like giant pimples.
Oh, okay. No. So, all right.
Wow.
Okay.
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 Hind, what did you say to Ren as you touched her on the shoulder?
When I asked her if we were good,
Yeah.
yeah, I just asked her if we were okay. And then when she said she didn't understood what happened, I said I didn't either.
Okay. Everybody roll me a d20.
What is going on?
The 20.
The 20.
20!
Wow,
220s
there's a
in
lot of
row.
us
Miss
tonight.
Goldman.
Wow! Jesus.
Dude, Kamler, twice in a row.
1, 2,
No,
3.
once in a row.
No, because you
Twice
got a
in a
20
row?
in your intelligence check too.
There
That's
have been
right.
5 natural
twice.
20s tonight already.
Because we're rusty. Beginner's luck. That's what we're gonna go with.
I must be a fucking professional.
So, Kamler,
That's why we're... Go ahead.
you're used to like the tunnels underground and everything, and not so ingrained to expect things to be up and down. You know what I mean? Like a up and down cave, you're more comfortable in than everyone else. All right, so this being at an angle that it is throwing everybody else off, and you're kind of you're used to this, and it's because of that. The room you're in right now is it's like a lighter blue ice than the rest of the castle. It's like a pale blue ice, kind of the color of sky in a winter day sort of thing.
Okay.
And you have identified patterns in the ice, and especially as you start going lower and lower and lower, they start to kind of be not necessarily runes, not necessarily words or letters, but you get a sense of like a name of something.
Oh, goody.
Does this ice, does it have a different feel to it or texture? Is it harder or more dense or more easily broken?
Does it appear to be white dragon breath ice?
No, this seems to be more. You actually get like a religious sort of meaningful sense to it, as opposed to anything created in anger or wrath or something. There's a reverence to this tower, and you're kind of keying in on that.
Do you mention that to us?
I do.
I'm sorry, which tower are we talking about?
The little one, the first one you went into, it was the closest to the blue line there. Is kind of like the ground level. So
Okay.
everything to the right of that is all covered.
Got it. Okay.
Is there any way I can see what that is, or is it in a different language, or...
You sense this. I try and remember how to spell.
Yes. And I can read that? It's not in like a weird language?
This is more of kind of a word forming. It's a single word. It's missing some at the beginning, some at the end, but that's the middle part that you've kind of managed to
Oh, I see.
magically
That's what
read.
I see. Can any of you see that over there on the tower?
See what?
Some of it's obscured, but it's... Go ahead, what were you going to say, Kai?
Everybody give me a religion check.
A check of the religious kind. It'd been nuts if I got another 20.
I would have shat
I
myself.
ain't got no religion. I'm losing my religion.
I ain't got no deity
I know, I was trying to make that
that I
work.
can depend on.
It's it's never too late to get a religion. That
Oh, yeah, that's what you can read.
it about encompasses Hein's knowledge of religion.
Man, why don't you get a god?
I don't know.
We're very musical today. I like it.
The best I can make out of it is Escla, ESCL something. I don't know.
Yeah, because I've got I can see CLAROE.
Sorry, what was the rest of it?
That's all I can see. Clarot. Clarot? Chlorot?
Esclarot.
Esclarot.
I don't understand why we're still standing here. We need to go.
Does that sound familiar? Esclarot. What does it mean?
Did you say it was a name? Or?
Maybe. I'm not sure, but Hind is right. We need to find a way, see if we can identify if Bloodorthkiss is alive or dead. We've got to do something about Tiamat. If that
actually,
horde of dragons is what I think it was,
I have-
we've got bigger problems.
Can you send a sending spell?
Oh my god, why didn't we start with that?
Wow.
Tell him I said hi.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I can. All right.
I'm sorry.
One
I'm
moment.
sure that probably just goes around half the adventurers.
Wait,
All right,
wasn't
I'm gonna.
Sandy the one that summoned us? Are we really looking for Blackie or are we looking for her? Can you do it twice? Oh, mystical one.
If it's
I'll
daylight,
use all of my power of that level.
is it daylight, Kai? Is
Let's
it like
save.
broad
Yeah.
daylight? Okay.
The fourth
I
wall
think
is
it's pretty dark
intact.
where you guys are, but yeah.
Yeah, she's not gonna be
Well,
awake
there
right
was
now.
too many people talking. What? All three of you were talking, so all
I
of
was
you...
joking, so
Alright.
ignore me.
Okay, not important, I guess. Go ahead, Kason.
I was just saying, it's broad daylight. Sandastill's not gonna be awake right now.
Alright, I'll just send Blagothkis then. So I'll stop, and I'll send out to Blagothkis. Blagothkis, we are on your flying castle.
It's not flying though.
What?
I'm sorry. Just go ahead.
The castle
Oh.
once known as the Flying Castle.
Yeah, that one.
We're on your castle. If you are alive,
So-
please send us a message.
As he says that, when you say the word Blagovkis, you move to the center bottom of this area.
I what?
He moves where?
Like 1 second, you guys are all kind of huddling around Kemmler, saying, let's send this message, and then as soon as he starts to, cast the sending spell, and he says Blagovkis, as soon as you say that word, he disappears from in front of you, and he's now at the bottom center of this room, just in front of the door there.
What the fuck?
Right, where? In front of where?
So you guys are
Is he still in the same room
this-
with us?
Yes, you're all in the tower. But instead of standing kind of where you were, he is now dead center right in front of the door.
So he disappears and reappears in front of the door in the same room.
Yeah.
He don't slide like a poltergeist or anything.
1 second he's there, next second he's by the door.
Is this the door we in, or?
Oh, this mumbo
You
jumbo is
guys
pissing
climbed
me
in
off.
through the window and came down.
Okay, so we haven't been through any door yet.
I'm gonna boot the door.
So my eyes were closed. I finished sending the message. When I open them, I'm startled because of my movement.
And because
Yes.
Hind is noisily opening the door.
What is going on?
I have no idea.
All this mumbo
One
jumbo's
moment you
pissing
are
me
here,
off.
then you are there.
We gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, let's go.
I feel uneasy.
You leave the door, you can go through the little thing, and then this is then where you would meet the wall of snow.
But
Is there
we just-
anything up the tower?
No, it is a just sheer light blue, pale blue cylinder to the top.
So there's no furniture or anything at the top. Okay.
So, judging by how close we are to that blue line, we could probably see a little bit of light coming through the snow, right? We can tell we're close to the surface.
Yeah, if Kemmler does the wall of fire thing, yeah, you'll pretty quickly get out to about here.
Yeah.
Alright, well then I guess I will go ahead and do that.
Let's try to get at Blackie's tower from the surface instead
Oh.
of digging through all this snow.
Are you sure this path is rather winding?
What?
I guess just by looking at you, you're damn determined.
Well, we gotta go
Fine.
somewhere.
I walk over to the snow with the door open and just the wall of snow in there. And I put my amulet on the snow, and it just starts to like glow with fire. And I pull out my hammer, and I step back, and I just strike it, and there's just this huge, like, almost like an explosion as this column of fire just starts extending down this curving hallway.
Badass.
Nice.
Ooh.
And we'll follow that to the surface.
Yep. I do it for like 10-15 seconds. Let it extinguish, grab my amulet out of the air, put it back around my neck, and let's see how far we got.
Good work, good work.
There's tons of steam now, you realize, by the way. Tons of steam and water.
Oh, shit.
Slosh, slosh, slosh.
That sucks.
Probably all of the snow all the way to the magical walls is gone.
Okay, so... Kai, did you understand my idea? Which is why we're going to the surface?
You want to climb over here, and then down.
Well, up.
It's easier shown from the side view map. Oh, yep, yeah, exactly. Yeah, to go right there and down in.
Surely. There's two of them.
They multiply like
okay.
rabbits. So we gotta get this figured out. If this is dead end, we gotta get out of here.
Aye, that we do.
Oh, god damn it. So... the map's backwards. Actually, the map's not backwards. I just had it wrong. You actually want to be in the really small tower at the front.
Oh, I was already confused enough by this map because I don't really know it and I don't know what's what.
Can we just work it like the big one is the small one? Just so we don't have to reverse everything and get all confused as fuck?
Or are we gonna reverse that so I don't have to use spells?
No, you're gonna have to use the spells.
The snow
Have
is
to
still in
use
the
spell to
same
get out of the room.
spot.
Yeah.
He's basically saying the castle was in the other direction.
I will say this: I was wanting to explore that first tower anyway. I just hadn't said it because everyone was focused on 5.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so Okay, so Kemmler works his fire skills and gets you to the top of the tower you need to be in.
There you go. Good enough.
That'll work.
There is a... Oh my god, seriously?
That can't be good.
Uh-oh.
There's a big door behind.
Okay.
Ooh, a hind
Should-
door.
Should we knock?
That's a solid clue. Yeah. Yeah. I'll try to open it.
It's a DC 70 strength check.
What?
Well, it is a giant's door.
No.
Pretty close.
Pretty close
I'm a
indeed.
third of a giant.
What if we all tried at the same time?
So this, you guys, so there's a staircase that you get to. Kemmler, roll me a religion check.
Another religion.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh, that's no good.
double threes. Yeah.
Roll me a d6.
4.
Okay. So in getting to the top of this tower, it's kind of fun actually. Kind of melting the ice and the steam, and you're having enough of an enjoyment, and the steam is everywhere, and it's kind of giving you like this sort of the thrill of mining through everything and everything like that, and you kind of mine a little bit too far. So not only do you expose the staircase, but there's also like part of the tower itself kind of melts and oozes down a little bit. So now it's very easy to get into where you want to get into, but there's kind of like a bit of a slag that is covering part of the wall.
So the walls aren't enchanted anymore.
Well, in this particular room, there were metal tablets, basically, that had runes on them that you recognize as Dwarvish. It's not true Dwarvish. It's got kind of a giant feel to it. But with your understanding of Dwarvish, you're able to understand these. And some of them seem to have been melted.
That's strange. I guess I don't understand.
So it's Dwarvish written by giants? Is that what you're saying? And so the giant has written things in Dwarvish?
It is.
But
It's giant, but it is close enough to ancient Dwarvish that you can read it.
That is weird.
Okay. Is there a window on the side of the tower that I could, like, this is such a bad idea, that I could climb out of and, like, use the tilt of the building to climb up to another level and maybe come back and undo the door from the other side or something?
As you start to look around, are you like checking the walls or anything?
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's any
give me an
windows or
investigation
something.
check.
Didn't you just say, though, I melted a hole in the wall that gave us access to it?
I don't think
It's a
so.
room, yeah.
So we're
So you
inside
can
the
look
tower.
up. You're inside the tower, yeah. And as Ollie is looking around, he kind of like scrapes a little something, and you guys all hear kind of like this, not a crashing sound, but like the flump of a bunch of snow on the ground. And suddenly, there's what you humans would understand looks like a windshield. Basically, it's a giant, smooth view in front of the castle. In this case, of course, it's looking straight up, though.
Okay.
But it's not a window that you would normally recognize.
I vaguely remember one of these the first time we were here. Remember that room we stayed in? If you touched the thing, the wall disappeared?
Kind of
I
like that a little
don't
bit.
remember.
Okay, I'm gonna just walk up to it and just reach out and touch it, see if it'll go away.
It stays there. It does seem slightly warm to the touch, though.
Is there a button or a lever or anything like that?
Not that you can see. There's just the 3 more sets of runes that are around.
Can you make those out, Kimberly?
Can I?
You can recognize 4 words. Those are the words you recognize.
That's 6 or 5 words.
Well,
But-
4.
I get you.
Better hyphenate that one.
Widdershins.
As you say that, everything starts to shake slightly. Like a really deep sort of rumbling, and like little puffs of frozen snow kind of drops around. Continues for a little bit, and then it stops.
Can I just be the crazy guy that says maybe if we set off the alarm, they'd know we were here and come help?
You can't read that though, so you don't know
What?
that.
You would tell me, wouldn't you? I'm sorry.
No, after I said
Cart before the horse,
Widdershins,
sir.
I'm hesitant to say those words. Hmm.
So when you say Widdershins, there's a shaking for about a minute. Give me a wisdom check.
Checking on the wisdom, huh? 1822.
You get the sense of movement counterclockwise, but you're not moving. Like, it's almost as if the whole place is trying to move counterclockwise and it can't.
As in riding itself in the snow.
A little bit, yeah.
Fail. Nothing happens.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought you said will.
No, veil.
There is a slight clouding of the window in front of you. There is a chill in the air. You catch a sensation of white clouds outside, but they dissipate very, very quickly.
Widdershins.
Again, that clockwise movement that seems stuck.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Or counterclockwise, sorry.
Okay. Cast off.
There is a sharp.
Is this in common or dwarvish?
It's in the giant, but it's close enough to dwarvish that you can read it.
Okay, well then I'm speaking this in the dwarvish that I can read it in.
Sure. So cast off, there is a jolt, and then like a settling.
Alarm.
There's a shrieking, howling wind sound, and all of you were alerted. What is that? There's a noise akin to a howling wind that alerts all non-deafened creatures.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand.
We just alarmed everything in the castle.
Well, at least they know we're here then, right? So that's good, right?
But you found command words. Can you read any,
I was
read any
just
others?
gonna say these are clearly command words. So veil.
Perhaps you can try some of your
must-
own.
Like
There
what?
are other words around.
For example, what does Windows mean?
It's Widdershins, and I don't
Again, that
know.
shaking.
I think it might be the castle's movement.
You said the word, don't you know what it means?
I don't. I just can read it.
Ollie just tilts his head back and just says, Esclarote. See if anything happens.
No.
I don't know. This is strange to me.
Are we at the top of this tower?
You're like one level deep, yeah. So you've gone down the stairs from the top.
So we're on one of the lower levels of the tower?
Upper level.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, so we're near the top of the tower.
Is there any way down, or was that the locked door?
No, Hind? Whatever. Hind's not paying attention, clearly.
I'm so far beyond understanding anything that's going on, so I'm just letting you guys work, and something will happen.
Can't you read the writing on the wall?
Apparently not.
Makes two of us.
Hind is getting
Alright,
frustrated.
so where does
I
that leave us?
don't understand where we are, why we're here,
Well-
who is here.
I don't understand who,
Perhaps
why,
you
what,
ought to try
where,
the
and
cast off
how.
again. The cast off seemed to give us a jolt. Perhaps it will loosen us from our...
Each time she says that, is that same sort of jolt.
I do believe this is that's some sort of mechanism for removing people from the ship somehow.
Perhaps it's a mechanism for removing the ship from the side of the mountain.
I do believe that would be the winner one.
Well, if Blagothicus is here, he knows we're here now. He knows someone's up here.
At that point, in everyone's mind, you hear a very angry woman saying, "Would you turn that off?"
And do we recognize it as Sandy from forever ago?
No.
Do we recognize it at all?
No.
Who's there?
What was that? What'd you say, Ren?
I said that
Who's it was
there's
it?
the word, a female voice says, "All clear." And there's a whisper sound, and the alarm turns off.
Oh, so it was still going off.
Yes, you'd gotten used to it. Finally, some peace.
Reveal
Who are
yourself.
you? I have. I'm talking to you now.
That is not a revelation. That's only a voice.
That's all I have.
Are you
Who are you?
Sandersil.
Sandersil.
No, I'm not her.
Who
Who
are
are you?
you?
I am Esclarata.
Escla who?
Esclarata. I am his castle now.
Oh,
Okay.
talking escalator.
Oh.
Great.
Esclarata,
I nudge you.
do you know where Blagothicus is?
He is no more.
He's not
Called
here?
it.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Maybe. But here I am now, forever.
Is there
Sand-
anybody else here on the castle?
There is you and there is me.
What about
And that is
Sandersil?
it?
She was here. She has not spoken for some time now. Nor has she moved.
I'm sorry, what
Can
was
you
the last
take
part?
us to her?
I am here, everywhere.
To the one you speak of not moving.
I do not know where she is.
But she's here with us.
She was. Well, not with you. Oh no, she was here with you. Yes, I remember now. I remember you. Not you, though. One with the hair. I remember the rest of you. You were very good here. You were very kind. You made them go. You made that dirty worm go.
I've
Ah,
killed a lot more since then.
Please someone tell me you know what she's talking about.
Yeah, she's talking about the white dragon we killed here, Glacial. Killed him just outside in the courtyard there. He was trying to retreat.
If the castle had talked to us then, I promise we would have mentioned it. This is new.
Yeah, very new. Esclerota,
Escalator.
I just look at Hind, and Ollie just turns his head very
Please don't take
slowly.
offense to him.
Ollie just turns his head very slowly, looks up at Hind, and says,
I'm very certain that's what she said. We don't want to be
"You were dropped
impolite.
on your head as a baby, weren't you?"
I don't see how that's relevant at all. We must pronounce the lady's name correctly.
And Ollie just still staring at him, just dead eye, making perfect eye
Okay, all
contact.
right.
He just says, "Esclerota,
I'll be quiet.
how can we get the castle back in the sky?"
I feel weak. I feel cold. I cannot command it as I used to.
What is your fuel?
The cloud stuff, it's missing. It's not as powerful, not as everywhere.
How do we gain it?
Wait,
The magic needs to be reborn.
Do you know
where's
of
that
a
come
way?
from?
I hope you know. I do not. It was always here for me. Now it is not.
What about the one who used to command this castle? Is there no
Is
hope?
me. I am here. You are the hope.
Esclerota, can you tell us what the other command words are for the castle? I'm afraid that some of them seem to have been lost.
Yes, the fire. So different from the cold. There are other words.
The fire?
Which-
What do you mean, the fire?
The hole at the top there.
The dragons, you fool.
Taken me away. No, not the dragons.
Oh,
I can handle the dragons. This was concentrated, small magic.
How did the fire make you feel?
Well, I was scared at first, and then I recognized it. I let it come down. I am stuck in this mountain. This snow surrounds me. It needs to go. And then we need to recover the cloud stuff. Rework the magic.
I've got a crazy idea.
So how do we dig it out?
I have a crazy idea.
It's
lay it
better
on
than
me.
no idea.
Could we call in one of the metallic dragons to melt the snow?
How?
You seem a
Oh,
bit
man.
indisposed at the moment.
Yes, Ollie, how?
Ascending spell.
Guess we could do a sending spell.
Couldn't hurt to try.
Protanther would be the first one to contact. I think he was the leader, right?
Who is the most agreeable one?
Not him.
Camler, roll me another 20.
Yes, please. Do it.
Oh man,
Got this.
That's close.
that's not bad.
What's your history?
What's my history?
Oh, it's a 0. You know that there are dragons nearby. You're not entirely sure what their name would be, though.
I'm proficient in history.
Roll me a 20.
There we go.
That does it. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
managed to, I mean, you know, being friends with Kemmler and just, you know, being interested in this area, you do know the name of a metallic dragon in the area.
But I'm
That's
not familiar
nuts.
with him, so I can't do that.
You can try. All you gotta do is believe.
Don't stop.
Dun, 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 dun.
Believe in.
Oh man, too late.
Sending is the reason.
Oh yeah. D&D the musical.
Tell him I'll give him 5,000 gold pieces worth if he'll get here within the day.
5,000. You think that's gonna get a dragon here?
It's worth a try.
All right. So
I
knowing
could
a
throw in
dragon
1,000.
name, I try to cast sending and send that dragon a sending message. 5,000 gold to arrive here to give us assistance. Potentially more.
Do we have anything obscure, such as a treasure, that might send more than gold?
Some magic weapons.
Cannot have my weapon.
I have some weapons we don't use.
I've got a cloak of the manta ray that we don't really use. It would be really nice to have it when we do need it, though.
Hind is awkwardly silent.
I have that
Trying to
weird
cover all
axe
his
too.
weapons.
Yep.
Perhaps the 5,000 will persuade him.
Every time I try to move a piece of cloth to cover a weapon, I'm uncovering another one.
Nice. So, Kemmler is not the only one that can roll 20s. Within, you start to send the message, and almost, right after you say 5,000 gold, you start to sense, the tickle of a response coming. And you hear, on the way, just keep it warm for me.
Oh, okay.
Did only Kemmler hear this, I suppose?
Right.
Yeah.
I turn around. I guess we have a dragon coming.
Wait, what?
You might want to prep that gold, Ollie.
I hope it's the
Oh.
one you actually wanted.
Yeah, I instantly have my sword drawn. Like, what? Dragon? Where?
That's a great idea, Ren. Thanks.
The metallic dragon you just told me about.
Oh,
Just asked him to
okay.
come.
Is it
Yeah.
metallic or chromatic? Which was it again?
Hind?
What?
What kind of dragon is it?
wasn't
Persophones,
familiar
the
with.
silver. I don't know. It
We're
came
so
and went.
We are so fucked.
It came and went.
Maybe.
So at this point,
With that, I call
There-
Shadow's Breath. Since we don't know what's arriving.
Persophones the silver.
Sending the summoner of doom.
It's like Ghostbusters. Name your destruction.
Yep. I couldn't think of it. I thought of the most helpless thing I could.
fucking Stay Puft.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
When
Dun,
somebody
dun, dun,
asks,
dun.
when somebody asks if you're a god, Ray, you say yes. I'm done now.
Don't you love timeless movies?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't honestly think I've ever seen it.
What?
Oh God.
Even
Okay,
I
we'll
have
have
seen
an assignment.
Ghostbusters.
Hind, fix that.
Even I
have
have
an
seen
assignment.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
For
Well,
reasons such
you
as
put that
these,
at
I have
Thomas.
watched Fight. So, you're gonna need to go watch it.
Fight Club was a good movie.
Fight Club was
Yeah,
a
it's
good
one of
movie.
those that you can't get away with not having seen. Ghostbusters is kind of similar.
Yeah,
But I've
it's
done it.
Done what?
I've made
oh,
it to 28.
oh.
I
you
got the
meant
gist
you've.
of it.
I thought you meant you've ghostbusted.
We kind of have.
We kind of have. That's what I thought you meant.
So,
I'm gonna take a diamond. This one of the biggest diamonds I've got out of my pack. It's like, has anybody got change for a diamond?
You
when you say
motherfucker.
that, you hear a crystalline cracking sound, and the rest of the walls around kind of fall away, and it's like this perfect aerial view in all directions. Also, there's there's a glowing moonstones and thumb-sized emeralds and shining silvery mithril wands, and strange spheres covered in turquoise and gold, a bunch of levers and golden spheres embedded in the walls all kind of appear around you, and then the runes that were on the metal plates, those kind of fade away, and the words lift off and start to kind of float around you, like little runes that wink into existence and drift around like snowflakes.
Okay,
Is this
that's
what
cool.
Kimler can see, or all of us?
Everybody sees this.
Esclerota, what's going on?
You have control. I still need the cloud stuff.
Okay.
You must combine your magics. Redo it.
I don't know how.
Where would we go to get good stuff?
You summon it from the place.
Rin,
Do you
have
know the
ever
name of the place?
It was before I was entombed here. I do not know.
Rin, do you know anything summoning?
I'm not certain.
I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do here.
I have notes.
Oh, damn.
I have notes.
Perhaps.
Oh wait, sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
I have notes that we got from Skander's room at Zonthal's tower about elementals, but I don't know if that would help at all.
Seriously, get out of my head.
Nice.
Kemler. Perhaps if we join together our powers of magic, we could conjure what we need.
But what do we need?
Cloud stuff, apparently.
What? I don't know what that means.
Just have some faith, little man, and I bump you. Go with it.
So you want me to go and you want me to ask Moradin
Ollie.
for cloud stuff?
Ollie, could you please repeat what you said last?
I have these notes that we got from Iskander's room at Zonthal's tower about the elemental planes and summoning of elementals, and this is the only thing I can think of. Is that maybe
That's what
where
we need
would
to do. Summon an elemental planes.
To what end?
to get this thing back sky.
That's the fuel we're looking for.
We came here looking for
Really?
people, and they're all dead. But we might be able to make something of this if we can bring the castle back. That's what we're trying to do
Sandus-
here.
Sanderson
I
may be
get that.
still
I
alive.
don't understand though.
For a man of faith, you're looking for a lot of facts here.
It's not that I'm looking for facts. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
All he does.
Yeah, I've got these notes, and Ollie's just got these notes, and he's just putting them on the floor and just spreading them out all over the place. It's just
No. Hold on. I get that. You want to summon an elemental, but what are we gonna do with it?
Let's leave that to Esclerot.
So what if we summon
Okay.
one and she just laughs at it because she doesn't do anything with it, and then we have to fight it off? I don't have a problem with that, but
Do
that's
you
a
hear
waste.
that at all in her voice? At some point you're going to have to trust. This is our only chance to get this thing flying. Unless you have a better idea.
No, you're fine if that is what you think is
I-
the plan. I don't.
I pull my massive sword and just set it across the back of my shoulders and say, "This will take care of your what ifs. Just do what Ollie says. Let's make this work."
All right, let's do this.
Alright.
And I'll watch over my nerds as they try to figure out their paper and writings and
Give me just a moment.
hullabaloo.
In book 2.
So,
I have an idea.
Go ahead.
If I conjure my cone of cold, you could take a blizzard and you could animate it into an ice elemental. Perhaps it would be enough.
An ice elemental?
That's right.
And that will make cloud stuff?
I have no idea.
I could add the power of the storm.
We have
do
to
it.
try. Unless you have a better idea.
I believe the power of the storm is the wind. Is it not,
No.
Esclarota?
This is a different storm that I can call upon the thunderclouds to form.
Let's
Do
do
you
it.
want us to summon a storm elemental?
No, I can provide the storm to match your abilities, your power.
To summon something.
So, Hind,
Yeah.
what do you think you could bring to the summoning process?
Oh man. Force of will. I
That's
On-
excellent.
honestly, the best that I can. The two things that I was thinking was one, just their confidence to focus entirely on what's happening, even though we're kind of in shifty circumstances because they know that I'm watching. And then second, just my support of being there.
Okay, so Hind is going to provide the focal point with your shield and the willpower behind it to control and to confine to the shield.
Maybe I can help like condense the power if they all directed at me. I don't know.
And that's fantastic. I think I could actually use that. Use your shield to amplify my cone of cold.
I mean,
We'll just use your skull as a buffer.
it's kind of comforting to see you guys as lost as I always am with this magic stuff, but if you really think I can help.
I know you can.
This stuff's above me, but
So Ollie is going to. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, I just put away the sword, pull out the shield, and clamp both hands on it, ready to do whatever I can.
So Ren is going to call upon your cone of cold. Ollie is going to use the summoning scrolls and the technology and his arcane to do that. Kemmler, what was your input for this? Animate objects, right? So I'm gonna try and...
I am going to use guidance.
Oh! Wow, I feel really guided
I know,
right now.
seriously.
Like a missile I am. So guided.
Guidance.
Just so
I'm
guided.
gonna bless Ollie and myself and Ren, since we're all utilizing magic here, I guess. And then I'm gonna give Ollie guidance. Because why not?
If there was ever a unprecedented and unreliable decision that needs guiding,
We're blessed.
this is it.
so if I summon a
There's no point in me casting my cone if we don't animate this into an elemental. The whole purpose of this was to pull from the elemental plane. I don't see the purpose without it. All I can do is bring this. Without you bringing it to life, it means nothing.
Who are you talking to with that? Kemmler?
The only one who can animate shit.
Oh, okay, perfect. Sorry.
Oh,
It's
I guess
okay.
we're animating stuff? I don't have another animate. I guess I could do it at level 6.
Holy shit! I guess I've got a
Thanks.
level 6 laying around I could use. Jesus Christ. That is one animated cloud. Cone of
Or
cold.
So-
I could just cast level 5 creation. But that's different.
Oh, that's so badass. I don't even know what
What's
that
your
means.
creation about?
I create matter.
Why does that
shit,
not
Matt.
sound perfect for what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Can you not just create the cloud stuff she speaks of?
Ollie's just
It
looking
doesn't
at you
last
right now like,
forever.
Hold,
dude.
Hold on one second.
How is animate object gonna help us here?
Magic.
You're
I
being
use
way
flex.
too literal, Drax. Way too literal.
I guess I am.
We're inventing a spell right now, is what we're doing.
I guess
Basically.
that's fair. So then, creation probably would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Did you read the description for it? Because that is Ren
The description for what?
for creation.
Don't give me away.
I mean, that's totally text blade, right? I mean, that's basically what she does every time. Like your sword is a level 5 illusion.
My only question is,
Holy shit.
if we have to combine our magic, how can I help with the creation spell?
I would say, okay. I mean, I don't want to take away from you guys. I have an idea, but I don't want to like tell you what to do.
I don't think you should. I think you should let us decide.
No, this makes sense though. If we're gonna create stuff and you're gonna use Cone of Cold, I can use creation to generate
Cloud stuff.
Earth.
You
I
don't
could
need.
use creation to generate a. How big can the cube be? Oh, it's only a foot.
I mean, that's different. So,
But I can create the cloud of cloud stuff, which is pretty much just water vapor.
Well, and maybe that'll be enough to jump the process. We may not need all of it at once.
So I kind of have an idea.
That's true.
Like if you were to do, if she were to do her cone of cold and you were to do your create thing and combine them, and it's trying to expand to the shape of whatever it's going to be, and I'm crushing it with my shield so it can't expand as much as it wants to, and Ollie adds some spice that we have not decided yet, and it's fighting me and
scroll?
fighting me until I let it go, and then it expands way more than it was supposed to because of the force of pressure from all of us.
What was the scroll that Ollie had?
It's not necessarily a scroll. It's just these notes from Iskender's place. There was very detailed notes on all sorts of elemental stuff. The planes, the whole thing with the map of the city of Brass. His Santhal's tower was full of that kind of stuff, and I got it all.
Is there any information in there that'll help us pull an elemental into this plane?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Can we utilize that to like give us
There you go.
advantage or something in these rules?
okay, so I had an idea, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to tell you guys the idea or just, and I was encouraged to allow your minds to find the answer. And you guys did exactly what I was thinking of.
With the shield compression?
So Kemmler will use creation, which pulls shadow material from the Shadow Veil to create a adamantine like cage. Okay. Hind will hold that cage in place and keep it solid, while we then combine the Hexblade Shadowfell power of the Cone of Cold and shoot it into that, while Ollie reads through the materials and creates the summoning for the thing, and then Hind's Force of will keep it inside, the created cage thing, and then hopefully the storm that Esclarada will be adding, literally, will then be enough to turn that into the magical power source you guys need.
Exactly.
Lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, I'm imagining like I'm containing it so much, like suds in a bottle, that by the time it finally explodes, it goes way out of proportion, and
Exactly.
when I lose control of it, yeah, and then I melt and die. No.
Don't melt and die.
No, it's far too cold for that. We're all soaked in steam and in the Arctic.
I just love the pulling from the Shadowfell thing.
There's a lot of that that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
The synergy of this is awesome. Okay,
Right?
so everybody roll me your things.
Oh god.
Wh-
Okay.
What would mine be? An Arcana check or?
Yeah. So Arcana, Strength, and then Religion for Kemmler.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
That's what I say too. Strength. And then I say luck.
Oh,
If I can.
right. That's not bad.
I forgot.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Roll a d20, because that's just listing what the thing was. It wasn't an actual roll.
That's a 12.
My d20's not there.
So right click and do the arrange dice. It's the 3 dice
Straight
icon
to
to
the
the
left.
whatever.
There you go.
Do you want to use inspiration?
Yes. You can take mine. Oh.
That
Oh,
was
no.
not better.
So we get to keep the 11,
You've
right?
got another inspiration.
What? No way. Oh, man.
God damn it. Fuck
Damn.
off.
You are blessed. So
That's true.
whoever was blessed, go ahead and roll a d4.
He was blessed.
Oh, I was not. I'm sorry. Ignore mine. I was not.
Yeah, it was Ollie, me, and her. Oh, you want me to as well?
Yeah, everyone that was blessed, and then
There you go. there's
Ren
your 4.
also do a d4 for guidance.
We are seriously reaching here, I'm just gonna say. I've used all my inspiration for the next 3 years.
Ren's, if we get to keep the 11 initially, she's at 16.
Yeah, we get to keep it.
That's not how inspiration works.
It is Sue.
Isn't it?
It is. I don't know. We don't need to
You
break the rules.
re-roll
We
again
can't.
and then take that roll.
Wait,
Really?
what?
I'm pretty sure you get to choose.
Yeah, I'm not positive,
What
but
do
I'm
the
pretty
rules
sure.
say?
You're the DM. I'm not going to argue with you. If
Well,
that's
what
how
did he
you
say?
It is.
What do you say, Kai?
Let's look it up.
Yeah, I'll help. You gain advantage on a roll. Inspiration is advantage.
Advantage on that roll. Okay, so yeah, that would be 11.
So 11 and guidance and what was the last one? Bless. So 16 for her, and she's our lowest, I believe.
Is that enough?
So as you were casting this spell, clouds around the castle begin to darken and... What? Go ahead.
What?
Oh. So...
What?
I'm arguing with him. So sorry.
Please describe the first half of what you're all doing for this cast, starting with Ren.
Starts with me. Isn't Kemmler kind of the ringleader of this whole thing? Doesn't he need to say what order what things go where?
Starting with Kemmler.
This kind of
Please
hinges on
describe.
him.
I
He's
think
going to be the
that's-
one that
that's
tells us
Ollie.
who goes
He's
what
going
in
with
first.
The manual.
Okay, then someone needs to tell us who does what first. I have one little piece and I don't know the big picture. Who does? Ollie?
I'm reading through the notes and I'm
You're the one who. What do you call the person who guides the orchestra?
the conductor.
Conductor.
You're the conductor.
All right. Ollie's clutching his amulet of Timora and just saying "Fortune favors the bold" under his breath before he starts repeating the words that are on the scroll, or on the in the notes, and his eyes kind of glaze over for a little bit, and he's just like he's just reading it straight from the thing, and trying to open whatever kind of portal or whatever it is, maybe to the elemental plane of air, to draw forth this stuff, this cloud stuff that we're trying to get, and put it into this cage that Kimmler has made. Is that alright? I don't know.
Tell us what to do.
Cage?
Didn't he make
Yeah, Kemmler. What? How do you make this cage?
So do we need to make the cage like a cage or a box?
Just something I
I
can
don't
hold
know.
on
What do you
to.
want to do?
You know what the spawners look like in Minecraft?
The spawners? No.
They're like foot
Oh,
cube
okay, yeah,
cages.
It's like
yes.
wrought iron and it's square.
Yeah, okay, then
Instead
that's
of
what I'm gonna
square,
go
make
with,
it like a
cage.
hexagon, but it's not four-sided.
Just something I can hold on
Okay.
to.
Well, I don't mean four-sided. It's not six-sided.
Sounds
Sorry.
good. That's what I'm gonna do.
And I'll grab onto it
And I'm going to make that. I'm gonna be holding my amulet and just like drawing my hand in a clockwise motion above it. And as I do that, just like tendrils of gold lines just come out and just trace this, kind of like you would see for a 3D printer.
That is really cool.
and when it's done, I pick it up and I
Like in
got
layers, it just kind of forms.
Yeah,
Back.
so like these gold tendrils just like build it layer at a time
it. Fuck
in a
yes.
clockwise pattern.
Fuck yes.
It makes me think of the Wheel of Time, just strands of golden magic.
Right. And so once it's
Ren
done,
just stares awestruck
So,
watching this thing build.
Right, Hind, hold on. Where'd it go?
Level 6 spell, baby.
As he's doing that, clouds start to form around the castle. They start to darken and churn, and rumbling thunderclouds over the course of about a minute or so as this cage is being built, all kind of roll in, and it's almost like pitch dark out now. Just like the little glow of the magic as it forms that. And then the shine in Hind's eyes as he kind of just ignores everything and he just watches this cage get built and then reaches down towards it and...
perfect. I pick it up.
Behind shine.
I hold it to the back end is against my chest and my hands are against the front end of it. And I turn to turn to Ren. I said, just give me all you got. Don't hold back. I can take it.
And she's
I've
kind
got
of in a
this-
daze watching this miraculous build of this cage, and she's just like, "That's brilliant," and she's kind of awestruck by what she's just seen.
Kind of? That's fucking badass.
Right?
I take this L
Sorry.
stance.
She
one,
is fucking
you're
awestruck by what she's just said. So,
a
I
foot
was
in
just
back
giving you
and
crap.
I know.
a foot in back and a foot in front, knees bent, ready to take it. Just give me all you
Oh,
got.
you ready
Don't hold
to
back.
take it?
All right, I'm done. Go ahead. Jesus Christ.
Aw.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm done finally.
Ready
Hind,
to
roll
take
me
it.
a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
I'm sorry, who? Everybody?
Hind.
Got this, man. Oh shit, yeah, you do.
So
then
in the
some.
midst,
Really?
So yeah, so is the power of the coal of cone, and the cone of coal that you're using, it's not just like ice. I mean, it's got tinged with like little black tendrils that kind of like course through it and then fold off into the darkness. Just like when she pulls out her sword, it's that sort of like lingering kind of shade and shadow around it, and this just pours in and it starts to like fill the Sorry, please continue. Ren.
Nope, it's fine. You can describe it your way.
It's as if you trip and fall on a snow cone, falls forward and lands right at Hind's feet.
Ooh. Damn it! Now I want a snow cone.
Do your cone of cold, Saf. Blast me. Please?
No, I will. I was just trying to understand what I was trying to accomplish so that I don't mess
Oh,
things
okay.
up. So, Ren was just kind of in a daze, like a little bit spellbound by just watching this formation. She'd never seen anything like it, not even with all of her magic and what she's seen. So she kind of snaps out of it. So she stops and then she looks around, and she walks over, and picks up some snow that she finds, which there's not a lot of around anymore, and she kind of packs it in, and she takes it and looks at it until she's satisfied with it, and then she holds it very tight between her two hands, kind of clasping it, and she starts muttering. You can't understand what she's saying. And she takes it and she holds it very near, kind of not above, but on the top side of the closest side of the cage to her. And she starts muttering more intently. And this snow kind of starts to glow a bit, and then it starts to move, and it moves, and it kind of just moves through the bars into the cage, and it's just a little snowball, and it's starting to glow on the inside of it. And then she yells something that does not really register as words, and you just see this light just shoot from all sides, and now there's this swirling vortex inside the cage of just this full-blown blizzard, powers of this just powerful blizzard that you've never seen before. Just you'd be afraid for it to come out of the cage. And her arms are going up, and there's lights kind of shooting from her fingers, and her hands come back down toward the cage. Lightning bolt shoots from her fingers into the cage and ends up going through that, hitting that, but also hitting Hind behind her.
Awesome. And this is the point where I have to start holding the cage together as all of this crazy power is fighting against the cage. And I look at Ollie and or Kemmler, whoever can do the command words. Now's the time!
As you're doing that, there's just like the thunder is just rolling monstrously outside, and lightning bolts keep falling in through the hole in the room above you, and even through the wraparound viewport basically that's there, and they just keep hitting Hind. and they just like they like kind of shove him, and then it's almost as if it's trying to like knock the cage out of your hands. And you see like it'll hit your armor, and there'll be like this sparks flying, and then you see just like this seeping spot of heat that kind of makes a little divot in your armor, and just the power of this thunder coming from the storm around you is just overpowering. And then Ollie says,
Abracadabra?
perfect time for a dad joke. Just saying.
All that really cool epicness, and all you got is abracadabra. Thanks, Kason.
It's perfect. The levity is needed.
So at this point, you guys all just kind of like turn towards Ollie, and he's just kind of like sitting there shrugging. And
The only better words that could have been said were pajama shazama.
At this point, you feel a pain in your chest, Heinrich, and you guys all kind of like hear him, grunt slightly, and you look over, and like all these like look like hands are kind of like trying to pull out of the cage, kind of stretching this frost material inside that's there, and they're just kind of reaching out, and everywhere they hit Hein, it's kind of making this like little frozen crackle circle that starts to kind of fight with the lightning that's hitting him, and his entire armor is just covered with these like circles of heat and frost as they keep sort of kind of like making him almost unstable and start to glow. There's so much of it.
Yikes.
You guys hear kind of like this voice, Esclarada again, and she starts kind of chanting something, and it's this really kind of just rough guttural sort of chanting. Kemler, you kind of understand it to be ancient, giantish. It's got a little hints of Dwarvish in there too. But there's a definite and noticeable power behind the words that she's saying. And every time she says another phrase, these hands, just more power trying to break out of that cage as Hein is kind of holding it back. And then Ollie is just like rifling through papers, trying to see if he'd missed something. Did anything talk about this? Because just said, you've got your elemental. It didn't, this kind of fighting against it, trying to break out of that cage. And eventually, there's just like this growing white, growing white, glow from inside, and it starts to overpower everyone's vision. And you're all closing your eyes, and through it all, you feel the strength of Hind. He's got faith that this is going to work, and you can feel him kind of reaching out even through his pain as he's getting attacked from the hands and the ice and everything like that.
Faith
it's
in
going to be
them.
okay.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And there's this lightning crack, and just this rolling thunder and thunder and thunder. It just keeps like rolling and rolling and rolling, and it's like shaking all of you. Like you can feel yourselves, in your boots shaking, and then the ground around you, and your hearts are all starting to race and everything like that. Then you open your eyes as the glow kind of fades away, and it's just this like white softness all around you. And as you start to kind of turn your head, you can't even see anything different. It's all just white in front of you until slowly the walls start to appear again, and you see Hein standing there, and in his hands is this cage, and the cage is starting to it's kind of unraveling. It's that gold strands are coming back. They're kind of floating away, and they're floating away on little bits of cloud stuff as it all kind of pours away from his arms and down, on the ground. It starts to kind of fill around everything you can see around you, and makes like this circle around the castle, parts that you can see, and it's kind of just patiently waiting on the snow, so that everything around you is just either the tower or the cloud stuff, and you can sense in you the relief from Esclarada's spirit, that she finally has the hope that this castle might fly again.
Right on.
So immediately I drop to my knees. I look at Kemmler and all of you, and I go, "You did it! Make this thing fly!" And I
You
collapse.
did it.
I'm out. Pine just is out cold on the ground.
And the armor is just like smoking in so many different areas.
I run over to him,
Ren goes and starts
as
trying
I'm
to take
checking
off his
his
armor.
vitals, I cast Cure Wounds
Damn it!
at level 2. Even if he hasn't taken any damage.
I should have. I took a cone of cold to the breastbone on top of everything. Yeah, there you go. That looks about right. Holy shit.
Okay.
Hey,
You
Hind,
guys-
it could be worse. You could have given birth again.
I'm just...
Jesus, dude.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I missed the first one.
Just
Time for the
mumbling
sequel.
in my sleep. Water deep. Water deep. Water deep.
You're dying a little less now.
Yay.
So you hear Esclarada say calm, and one of the little runes around you kind of glows and then disappears. And for the next minute or so, the thunderclouds around start to abate and disappear.
Fucking awesome. Do it, guys. Do it. Get us out of here.
We have to get the rest of the castle out of the mountain.
You heard what you saw the words. What did they say? The ones floating.
I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to make sure that Hind was okay.
Before that.
Before what?
Before Hind was in danger.
Which words?
So all the words had come off the little metal signs. The words you now read are alarm and all clear, anchor and cast off, drift and home, north, south, east, and west, rise and sink, spin
shit.
and widdershins, veil and unveil, and storm and calm.
Holy fuck.
Oh, goodness. South?
We have to get it out of the mountain snow first.
Well, that's what the dragon's coming for, right?
Right, but until we get all the snow out of here, I don't think we can really go anywhere.
Try the words you used before. Perhaps not alarm. Oops.
They have to be
She
said
says
in that.
alarm.
Doesn't it have to be the giant dwarf shit anyways?
All clear.
Not once he says it once, then I know what he's. Oh, you mean in dwarven language?
Yeah.
I say lift.
There was rise.
Rise.
As before, like when you did Widdershins, you feel the shaking, but it seems now that it's just kind of stuck in the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
What happened to the dragon?
It should be here soon. It said it was on the way.
Yeah, there's no telling where it may have been.
That is
Try
true.
some other words.
I
maybe
don't
we can-
think that is a good idea.
Perhaps
we may
can jiggle
damage
loose.
something while it's trying. Yes, but it's equally as likely we may damage something in the castle while it's struggling.
If it wasn't going to be damaged yet, it won't be.
Well,
I'm gonna ask Esclarada. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
oh,
Go
you're
ahead.
okay.
I'm done, yeah.
Did she say that Blagothkus was dead or just not here?
She insinuated he was dead, but I don't know.
I cannot sense him.
That doesn't mean he's dead.
The dragons came through, knocked us from the sky. He was here for some time, hurt, sad, cold. Then he left.
Is it possible he's still on in this world?
It is possible after seeing your power.
Mm.
Did Dendisil go with him?
She was here. She was very, very, very hurt. confused her. She didn't think. But no, it happened. She's been very quiet.
Where are her quarters in the castle?
Ollie disappears.
Ah! Esclerota!
Yes.
Would you please take us where you just took our friend?
You all disappear.
There you go.
This tower is in dire need of repair. Even more so since it just hit the ground.
Wow.
Wait, what needs repair?
This tower you're in.
Oh.
In the corner of this circular room, you see
Which
two
one?
dead, emaciated, almost dried out corpses. There's also a coffin that contains dirt in the middle of the room.
Is it empty? Is it
What
open?
is going on
empty.
at this moment with Heinrich? Is he still out cold?
He's laying on the ground with you guys there, yeah.
Is he awake?
I
Should kick him to find out.
personally would say no.
So she goes over to him and she kind of finds a cloth and wets it with snow or ice or whatever, and is kind of dabbing his forehead and kind of just like checking on him to make sure he's okay. And she can't do anything really to fix him, but she casts prestidigitation to repair his armor.
Clean the poop out of his pants.
That too.
Such detail.
We'll
Okay.
get you all cleaned up shiny again.
Okay, so I'm looking at two corpses. The coffin is open and just has dirt in the bottom. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's correct.
Is either one of them sound asleep?
No, they both seem to be just humans.
I want to take a look at them, check them for bite marks. If this is like more blood dolls or
While
That's
you're
tough. Hold on.
mopping Heinz' brow, you hear him mumble Jesha and just stay out cold. Sorry, Ollie, continue.
Oh.
I know. I had to throw that in there. I had to.
Aww.
You're like, who the fuck is... Oh.
Ren is not paying attention to anything other than Heinz. She's just trying to just keep an eye on him to make sure he's alive. And
Who's this Jess bitch?
oh. That's right. She turns to Kemmler. Just Jesha.
Exactly.
Except
I
for
was
she
like,
wouldn't
you're gonna
say
ask
bitch.
somebody.
Silly cunt. That's what she would. I'm sorry, I
Wow.
gotta stay true, man. Come on. Oh, please don't
good.
let my boy watch this. I'll never live down.
Jesha? Oh, she was this silly girl that was just really kinda aloof. I'm not sure. She was
Cook.
interesting.
ever.
She was a damn good cook, I'll give her that. Damn good cook. And she was a
Well,
pretty
the way to a
skilled
man's
mage.
heart.
She was a pretty skilled mage, that too. Anyway, her and Hind were getting a little...
A little what?
What is the word? Close? I don't know. There wasn't anything going on, but they were definitely friends.
Ah, like a kindred spirit.
I don't know if I'd go that far. But they liked each other. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. For all I know, she might have hated us. I don't know. I'm not a people person.
You don't say.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
You're fantastic.
But that's Jesha.
I see.
You met
Well, she
her,
definitely made an
didn't
impression.
You ran into her up back at that tower of East.
Did I? I don't recall.
Purple Zonthal. There you go.
It was a very chaotic time. You'll have to forgive me if I don't remember her.
That's okay. Anywho, where do you think Sandal...
Sanderson.
Sandersil is?
Okay, so 2 bodies, I assume drained of blood. Empty coffin. No sign of her?
Nope.
Okay, are bodies been, like I said, I'm assuming drained of blood, that these were blood dolls, right?
It seems like it.
Okay.
Kind of desiccated almost.
Right. Is there anything else in the room? I hate to go through her things if she's still alive, but maybe she'll forgive
There are
me
no
later.
things to go through.
Nothing. Okay.
I suppose it's
Uh,
a good sign we have not found any bodies.
Does it appear like this coffin has been unused for a long time?
Trying to decide what a well-used coffin would be.
Roll for coffin investigation.
Right?
Coffin
Are we talking dried mud or is it fresh dirt?
Coffin sanitation. There we go. How well do you keep your coffin?
There is
Is there a layer of dust on this dirt?
Well, frost, yeah.
Dusty dirt. I love it.
Sorry, Kai, you said there's frost on the dirt?
Yes.
Frost. Is it cold?
Well, I mean, everything here is cold, but yeah, it appears at least a week of no movement in this room.
Okay.
is there a way down from here to the stairwell or anything?
There's a stairwell, kind of.
Kemlar, do you have a way of speaking to Sandersil?
I
To see if
suppose
she's out
I
there.
could send another message.
You might have to wait till dark. Just saying. If she is
What happens after dark?
she's a vampire,
You mean she's not awake?
right?
Is it not dark now?
Is it dark now?
I don't know. I have not seen the daylight in hours.
Late afternoon.
Well, the sun shall be setting soon, and we should try then before we go to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about the stairwell. How bad is it? I know you said the tower was damaged.
So you guys are about in the middle. Going down, it goes down about another 20 feet, and then seems to have been broken off. And there's just like layers of debris down there. It doesn't look like you'll be able to get out through the bottom. Going up, it goes almost to the top, and then there appears to be like a balcony, kind of up to the top a little bit.
Okay. I'll
Balcony to the
I'll go on
top?
up then.
What do you mean there's a balcony to the top?
Well, upwards from where you guys are, there's the stairs that go around the edge, and then there appears to be a balcony up there.
At the top?
About halfway up to the top.
Oh, okay.
Esclerota, are you still there? Is it
I guess
No
not.
response.
Okay.
No
have to be in
response?
Must have to be in the control tower to get her. Okay.
Perhaps.
Mm,
I'm gonna go up to the top and onto the balcony. How far down is it to snow?
Close the other window. Not that far.
How far?
Not that far.
Well, Ollie's got a ring of feather falling, so
yay fall.
yeah, I'm just gonna jump.
Lord.
You guys see Ollie apparently jump to his death?
Got
No.
the ring of featherfall.
he's immune to
Yes.
fall damage.
Yes.
ITFD.
You guys can figure it out yourselves.
Ollie!
Call me parachute.
What are you guys about?
At this point, I'll start to wake up and kind of, ow.
Are you alright?
No. What's left? Feeling my
Well,
fingers
you seem
and
to be
toes.
whole.
All of me? It's
Your
come.
plates took some damage, but you seem to be only bumped and bruised.
We'll have to discuss the meaning of that word. Apparently I don't know it, and I'll try to roll over and stand up.
I'll reach out and I'll do another heal wounds on you.
Fucking 106 damage.
Heal wounds, that one.
You have 6 left before you're dead.
Thank you, my friend. I kind of stand up and one arm out to her, one arm out to him, and where'd the little man go?
It's a little weird for me. I mean, I'm like 2 feet shorter than you.
Right. So
It's all right. Just pull.
you're a crutch. She's a stilt.
Oh,
Still.
shit.
He jumped out a window, didn't he?
Well,
I
he
think
did jump.
I think I know him that well at this point.
Yeah, Ollie's making his way back to the control tower.
Damn it. Well, we better find him. I can keep up. I can keep up.
When I get there, I'm gonna ask Esclarota if she can teleport them back to the control tower.
Okay. As soon as Hind gets on the balcony, it gives way and falls.
Oh, shit.
We were on either side of him. Do we fall as well?
Yep.
Everybody falls.
Oh, no.
All right, so I myself levitate to keep from falling to whatever my death would be. I don't really know that I have a way of saving these guys.
Fall to my
But
death.
maybe Kemmler? No, you don't fall to your death.
I know.
No falling to your death, sorry.
I don't have a lot of options is my problem.
Could try landing on the dragon wing that's right there.
Whoa.
Whoa. I could
I
try
can't
that.
animate object and animate. No, I don't.
I animate the balcony and hold us aloft. No, okay, I'll try to grab a dragon wing that catches me like a soft pillow.
Give me a dexterity save.
What does Kemmler do? Same thing?
Kemmler. What are you trying to do?
Apparently there's a dragon wing under me, and I hope I caught it. 'Cause
There's
I'm
a
out of luck.
dragon wing? Yeah,
Apparently.
I guess I'm gonna reach out to try to grab something.
Give me a dexterity save.
I give Hind guidance. Oh, hey, I'm still blessed, and it still didn't help me.
Okay.
Like a
So
missile,
Hind,
I guide
you softly land in the leathery wing, and the next thing you know, you're sitting next to Ollie, and Ren is there as well. Heinrich, Kemmler, however, you have landed inappropriately on the claw rather than the wing.
Oh, man.
There is a draft where there should not be a draft at the moment, but you managed to avoid any lasting damages.
Good.
Do you mean he
And
landed
just
on
as
his
you-
nuts?
Well, the claw kind of pierced up in there.
Oh, God! Oh!
There was a little bit of that panic, and the next thing you knew, you were standing over Hind.
That is an inappropriate draft. For sure.
Hi
And
guys.
you guys hear, what the hell?
Who's that?
There's a what am I trying to say? A beating of wings, and then you hear kind of like a clambering above you, and this dragon head kind of sticks itself down and kind of looks around at you all, and he's like, "What? You were like there. I was saving you, and now you're here. Did you not need me? I still get the money, right?"
Hey!
Good catch.
What color dragon is it, real quick?
It is pink, actually, as far as you can tell. A bright metallic pink.
What the fuck?
Hey, buddy. Can you dig this castle out of the snow for us at all? Maybe.
Also, yes, I think
Yes.
we can afford you.
I mean, if you got 5,000, I'll dig anything you want out of anything.
I hold up this diamond and say, "This is worth about 5,000. Will that do?"
And this neck just extends all the way in. It seems even longer than it really should. And it kind of, looks at it and it kind of sniffs at it and he's like, "Yep, that'll do." And there's a really powerful sniff. And it just pulls the gem out of your hand up into its nostril.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ollie, you don't need change. It's a fucking dragon. Awesome. Asking us earlier if we had 5,000 gold.
So there is horrendous sounds coming from outside. Like the squeal of fire and there's steam sounds and there's a lot of muttering to himself as he's going about. Do you guys want to help with that, or do you just want to kind of avoid that for your safety?
Well,
That's all his $5,000.
I'm paying him 5,000. He can do it himself.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Nice.
It's a dragon. The thing's not going to come for 100.
I'm just gonna go and dote over Hind for a while and see if I can't, nurse him a little bit.
Oh,
I'm gonna stand at the window and just watch the dragon work for a while.
While
And,
that happens, oh, sorry, continue.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was
No,
done.
go. You go finish what you're gonna say.
I was done. Go ahead.
Oh, well, while that happens, I'm gonna go talk to El
Esclerata.
Esclerota, and talk to her more about the controls of the ship.
Okay, what kind of questions do you have? Do you need the list of commands, or?
Just asking her if anybody can control the ship.
Anyone I allow.
And you'd allow any of us that are currently here on the ship?
Yes, you have saved me.
Good, I'm glad. We're happy to help.
Indeed, I thought I was to be here forever.
We had no idea that the castle itself was alive.
It is not, just my spirit here.
Well, I mean, you're bound to the castle, are you not?
Oh my god, sorry. Yes.
Well, all right then. Yes, so... are the controls really as simple as a spoken command?
You may speak the command words or merely touch the runes as they float among you.
Oh, all right, so it's by touch as well.
Yes.
And
Some
you
cannot
have...
be done with others, though.
Right, obviously there are some maneuvers that would do damage to the castle if you were trying to do them at the same time.
Yes.
Or they just don't make sense.
If you do, well, you'll see. Like when you do one, the opposite command will sort of fade away a little bit.
Right on.
Andy.
Well, we need to find out what happened to Blagovka's and Sandustil now.
Why?
I'd also like to know if there's anything else that we should or shouldn't do on the castle.
Good question.
Which one? I asked one too. Probably his, though.
Sorry.
No, why are you sorry?
Maybe
Or
we can
things
search
to
the
do.
castle while we are traveling. Could we not?
That's true too.
Well, there may be maintenance that needs to be done on the ship before we can leave. It may not be as simple as bringing life.
Or it may be.
I
It's
think it
hard to
is.
say. That's why I'm asking.
By the time the dragon pushes, you get the sense that you'll be able to fly it out of its little area here. Other than being kind of so there's 4 things you needed to do, and 4 things you could do. 3 things of those needed to be done, and you did 3 of them. So you repaired the magical cloud stuff that it uses to fly. You learned how to control it, and you dug it out. So yeah, you feel it is
What
flight
was the
ready.
4th?
4th would have been crewing it.
Well, didn't we do that?
Crew with.
Yes, but that deals with something we're not doing, so it doesn't matter.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, what? With who? With dead giants? Recruited orcs?
Oh my god,
Get my
I have some ideas.
Well, of course
Oh.
you do.
dear.
my summoning the dead. We can have some zombies up here.
Maybe if we were a neutral evil crew.
Kemmler would be
we've
so
got
pleased.
Us. There's us.
That was badass.
Yeah, there is.
So what is our status as we end here? I'm assuming that's what's happening.
Well,
Probably, yeah.
I still feel like we need to find Sanderson and Lugothcus and make sure, because it doesn't sound to me like they're necessarily dead, just gone.
If they're not
Right,
dead,
Before we leave, can we do a quick search
Where
of
would
the
they go?
castle to see if we can find Sandacil's potential body?
You do not find any bodies. I mean, other than those 2 blood dolls.
I don't know these people. You know them. If they
Whereabouts-
weren't here and if they abandoned the castle, why would they and where would they go?
Lugothcus would probably go looking for more giants.
Great questions. I
Sandus-
don't know, and I don't know.
Sandasil, if she was hurt, I would imagine Sandasil went looking for blood. So, orc maybe? I don't know. Kemmler,
Yeah,
can you cast a scrying spell?
not right now.
Has the sun gone down?
I don't have the spells to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what I think we should do. We spend the night, we get this thing airborne, we get it up in as high as we can over this, and maybe this dragon would consider coming along with us, at least for a little while longer. And as soon as we can, we scry on either Sandasil or Blagothcus or both, find out where they are, and we get them back here.
The dragon seems to be very motivated by your diamonds.
Yeah, definitely. We know you have plenty of those. Wink, wink.
Well, if
So-
I can scry on him and he isn't dead, then perhaps we can get the dragon to take us there.
Well, and I'm sure there's stuff here that would act as a focus to, you could use Sandasil's coffin, or I'm sure there's
Aye,
something in
that's
Blagothcus as
true.
well.
We'll have to look.
Would the dragon? I want to talk to the dragon. Would he know? I'm going to ask him. Have you seen a cloud giant or a moon elf? She was probably moving around at night. Anywhere around nearby? Anywhere at all?
Well, before my brothers were around earlier, I saw some tall fellas walking off that
They're
direction.
what, missing chromosomes? Sorry.
Which way?
He points off towards the way you guys came, so northwest.
A hick metallic dragon.
Yeehaw!
Get your ride!
Yes!
You mean a metallic dragon?
Wait,
Yeehaw!
Wait.
Priceless.
he was headed towards. He was headed towards the meat hall.
Yeah, what's the rest of them out there?
What about? Do you know anything about Sandersil, the moon elf?
I can't say that I've met any of them, but I haven't been in the moon for quite some time, though. I can go check. You want to wait for me?
No, actually, I was wondering if you would consider joining us and kind of just helping us. We are
Like fusing y'all into one?
no,
No,
we are.
escorting us.
We're about to go to war with the cult of the dragon, and we're gonna need help.
Sorry, war?
Yeah,
I'll just cop
you heard
out.
of the
Is
cult
there
of the
not-
dragon?
A lot of diamonds?
Tiamat.
Sorry, gotta go.
You would be fighting to protect your own horde.
Yep, gonna go do that right now. Ain't
You
getting
could do
involved
that
with
with
Tiamat.
us.
We'll pay you.
I'm open to suggestions.
I'll just wordlessly reach into my pouch and pull out this massive pile of gold coins.
He starts sniffing.
I look over at Ollie.
I just kind
I
of
pull
shrug a little.
out a handful of onyx. Onyx. Come on.
I wish everyone could see the hand motions.
I'm
Oh,
doing
I
them too.
do them
I
all
did
the
them
time.
too.
That was some ball cupping right there.
Wow.
I can
man.
see
Cough.
why you'd say that.
Now cough.
Hmm.
Cough again. I think I
He's
feel a
trying to
hernia.
like
Cough again.
simultaneously sniff everything all at once.
I'll toss my handful of gold up into the air.
And he extends his neck and turns it all the way around, so he's looking straight up, and all of it falls down into his nostrils.
I'm gonna say that was 60 gold.
Oh, it happened faster than you could even see then, so you don't notice any of it happening.
I just mean for my inventory's sake.
Well,
if it's more
I
than 60,
holding
take that much away.
holding all of my onyx in both hands, and I kind of bring them up to his snout. And my onyx, the onyx that I have in my hand, are worth about 900 gold.
That pleases him.
Which happens to be all of the money I have with me at the moment.
Oh my god. Mine
Is
was
that really it?
mine was more symbolic.
That's all I
some
have with me.
high baller shit. You don't have any gold, are you sure?
I had it all turned into onyx because I couldn't carry it all in gold. It was too heavy.
Oh, right. We had interchanged with the dwarves. I was like, you got gold
Yes.
from those dwarves, but yeah,
I'm carrying 700 gold.
I still have 1,500 gold, so I'll take care of you. Whoever needs it.
How much do we need?
He seems kind of happy right now with the almost 1,000 extra he's got.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, we've got the Cloud Castle airborne now, right?
Yeah, I mean, Kemler will be able to use the right command runes to get it out.
Okay, so I really need to go. So, ending
Yeah.
status for the episode here. We've got the castle airborne through some badass, crazy magic invention.
Shit, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
We rocked out. That was awesome.
That was
Pretty sweet.
Dude.
Nice, Kemler.
Do we all Do we have or have not a dragon supporting us? What is that?
Yeah. So as you guys fly away into the sunset, the dragon is along with you.
He's a greedy
What's his?
but
Well,
useful bastard.
I hate to ask what's his name because I know I don't want to drop that on you because you probably don't have it handy. But if and when you come up with a name, let me know. So.
No, he needs to know now. We just paid out the nose for that dragon. He should come up with a name. Dragon, what's your name?
The one that I mentioned with
Paid
my
out the
history
nose.
check
Come on,
forever ago was
guys. We paid out the
Persephone's.
nose.
That was good.
Persephone's was the dragon Hind said was local.
Was it Persephone?
That's what Persephone's is what I told you
Oh.
when we pulled off the summoning to bring him. So if you don't have
Then
a name,
it's
Kai,
Persephone's.
yeah,
Is it indeed Persephone's?
it's up to
I'm
you. But
thinking.
what? Lincoln?
Do.
Wolfgang.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Sounds similar, I guess.
Mr. Puck, come with us.
Dog group. Wolfgang. Dog group.
Sorry, no. His name is Braden.
Brayden what?
So, Braden, are you in a fraternity?
Thank you. There will be a name next time.
There will be a name. As Kaizen's typing and deleting and typing
Braden
and
is the
deleting.
placeholder. Placeholder Braden. Lovely.
Okay, I need to go. So
I'm filling out the notes on this right now. So yeah, that was
Before
awesome.
everyone goes, are we doing this again next Monday? Do we
I'll
have
be
one
here.
more?
You guys will be playing. I don't know if I'll be
Was
doing
this your
overtime
last?
yet.
You may or may not be here next Monday.
I'll be here. I just won't be here until late.
yeah, the problem is just that
Any
he'll be
idea
delayed.
how much later?
Yeah.
I'll probably be an hour late. I'll get
Will
here
you-
as soon as I can, but
My question is, will you be able to stay up any later, or do you still need to go to bed by?
I'll still need to go to
11.
bed early, so I'll still need to go to bed.
So, should we start without you or wait for you?
Just start without me. Go ahead.
And then you'll be there.
Right, I'll join
So
as soon as I get
Kemlar
home.
will be in like a trance for the first little while.
Right.
Don't worry, we can carry you wherever we need to.
Yeah, give it some
Alright.
thought, Drax. If you want one of us to figure out you and play you, or if you just, I mean, like,
Oh, Kai is so good at that.
it's your character. Figure out what we should do with your character while you're gone. If we should just pull a Derek and you're not there until you are, and suddenly you are,
Well,
figure
he's
it out.
communing with his god, and he's indisposed
Well, we'll see.
spiritually.
We'll see what happens, because the funny thing about where we're at right now is we're super close to Mithril Hall, and we're in a flying castle.
Yeah.
So if I'm busy next week, busy. I could totally have you guys drop Kemler off at Mithril Hall, and we can just create a situation there. That's pressing,
Sure, yeah.
Whatever you need.
We can figure something out. I'll talk to Kaysen this week.
Yeah, I mean,
Very
and
good.
Kaizen had a cool
He's
idea
creative
about
as fuck.
your recall thing. We could use it kind of like Pike's, whatever it was
Astral
called.
projection.
Yes, astral projection. So like you could maybe be messenger-ing between us and the council, or us and Mithril Hall or something. So you're there and you're back, and you're there and you're back based on when you're here with us.
Some sort of magic item that allows me to teleport to the cloud castle or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
Something
I
like
could
that.
always set up something that will allow me to teleport back to Mithril Hall. That's the easy part.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be thinking about it, because it is your
Alright.
character, so it needs to be, you know, what you're okay with.
Right, right. I'll talk to Kason and probably Kai, because it'll all be up to him in the end.
2 things before you guys go. First of all, do you like my awesome gold TeamSpeak Jedi symbol?
Yes.
Oh, you
I have to
motherfucker!
find it.
I gave the code, but it hasn't showed up yet. So I'm hoping when I log back in, it'll be there.
Did you log in under tools and options?
What is that?
Yes. No.
Options,
Wait.
my TeamSpeak. Gotta log in there.
Oh, okay. I see.
It's something they tried to make a
it's for your
website
Mech
for
Warrior
TeamSpeak. For TeamSpeak itself. It's like any place you go, you'll have that little symbol there.
Really?
Second of all, this morning, so I work downstairs, and then like my mom basically lives upstairs, and I hear her like trying to breathe. You know that like
Oh,
can't
no.
breathe
What?
kind of sound.
Yeah.
You know, I call up and I'm like, are you? Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, are you okay? You know, and then there's silence, and then like that. You know, like it sounds
Jesus.
like she's
Oh
and
my
I'm like
God.
totally panicked, right? So like I put the person on hold, and I'm like, I'll be right back. You know, and I run up there, and she's trying not to laugh at a picture of a deer having sex with a dog.
Oh my god.
And she's like, look, they're giving it away for free.
Oh, thank God. Thank God,
my
son.
And I'm like,
Thank God you're here.
Next time, just laugh. Don't make that sound.
Right?
She's like, well, you were working. I didn't want to disturb you. Like, oh my God.
Thank God you're here, son. What's wrong, Mom? What's wrong? Look
I
at the
cannot
deer.
imagine your mother laughing at that.
Oh,
I can
mine
only
would.
imagine her being like, "Oh my," and then like cutting it. She's like
Wow.
this sweet little dear of a woman.
Which is why it was funny with
Dear.
the
DEAR, not DER.
Deer. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta go,
Go
guys.
play Magic with Cody?
Good
All right.
game. Actually, I
Oh.
have
You too,
engagements
guys.
up north here, so
Oh, okay, cool. Well, have fun.
yeah.
See you later.
Thanks for the game,
Good
guys.
luck.
for now.
Have fun.
Guys,
I'll
have a
see
good
you
one.
tomorrow, man.
Yes, definitely. Good game. Good game.
Channel switched.
I'm here. I am here. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Hey, how's it going? We just dropped an invasion.
Okay. I'll be back when you're ready.
This was going to be my last one, but now I have to do one more.
Yeah! Cool. I'll be here. But now is